Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show. How are all of you? We welcome you. Merry Christmas. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to Christmas. Christmas Eve, could you believe, is tomorrow night. I've been checking my list to check out who has been naughty or nice. And I would say the majority of you have been nice. There's a couple of you, I don't know, the naughty pendulum has been leading that direction. But we're going to work through this show to get it back over to the nice side, okay? So that way you get anything you want on Christmas. I think this year people want empathy, they want kindness, they want a 2021 that's much more peaceful, loving. They want good health for everybody, not just their immediate selves and their family and friends, but the world at large. I think they want less divisiveness and truly, truly, truly peace on earth. I know that's what I want. If other gifts develop that are of the material kind or things of that nature, that's beautiful and that's the gravy, but that's not really the true message of what Christmas is. But if those things happen, and they have been happening already, thank you, thank you, thank you. The true meaning, of course, is the love and the gifts of the true blessings of life and the joys and taking time to remember all the things that we truly, truly find important in our lives, which is our family and our friends and each other. And of course, if you're religious, Jesus, of course, whether you believe or not, still, it's a beautiful time of the year. If you celebrated Hanukkah, we hope you had a beautiful, peaceful Hanukkah. If you got Kwanzaa coming up, the same. And of course, the new year coming up as well. And we've got some cool videos that we're going to be showing, not today, probably on a pop-up show closer to New Year's Eve, that have been coming our way from some of our guests and some of our viewers about their experiences and how much they love the show. And there's still time if you'd like to make a video. It would be great if it's an MP4. And tell us why you love the Jim Masters Show live and all the levity and the feeling and the experiences you've had with it, whether you're a guest or you're a viewer. We've been collecting those, and boy, so many people have been making some really cool things. Doesn't have to be fancy, just could be something on your phone or something that is, you did with your webcam or whatever. Best is if it's an MP4 because it's a lot easier for us to play it in our system. But keep them coming. We got some really cool videos we're going to show next week on our show exclusively from some of your favorite guests and also some of our viewers. I encourage the viewers, the lovities, if you'd like to send us a video why you love the Jim Masters Show live. I know you're so good at and prolific at expressing it in writing. If you want to grab a video and do it, feel free. I toast all of you, all of you, all of you, and I wish you all of you a beautiful Christmas and a holiday season. Somebody asked last night, that's a little rum and Coke. We've worked hard and we're getting ready to wrap to go on a vacation. So a little rum and Coke goes down nice and easy the night before Christmas Eve. My professional work is all finished for 2020. Just have 2 radio shows I have to do on Monday, but can do them here out of the home studio. But everything is pretty much wrapped. So we are on vacation and we're doing this bonus extra show today because we have a very special guest who is available today. We've got a lot of great music, Christmas music, holiday music coming up. Derow is here. We're so excited to have her here. She's a brilliant award-winning singer and actress. And we welcome all of you. I hope you're having a beautiful Christmas, Hanukkah season, holiday season. And we're having a beautiful time. A little bit different this year. People aren't traveling and people are staying safe and, they're looking out for one another. And we're all doing that as well. The other night, somebody asked, Jim, did you get your hair cut? Because the hair was shorter. It's amazing how that happens. How did this hair grow overnight? It was tucked in the hat. And we had a rubber band that pulled it back almost like it was kind of like a ponytail last night and the last couple of nights. So if you look back in the archives on our shows and you see the hair shorter, we were playing with some tricks with pulling it back, and we, had the rubber bands twisted and that pulled it back. And now you see that it's kind of long. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, some of my professional work, they love it. It's like, it's eventually going to get cut, but this has been like a challenge to see, how we do it. And it's been hanging in there kind of nice. Good to see everybody here. Let's welcome some of our lovelies. We welcome all of you all around the world. As I mentioned, our wonderful guest is Dawn Derow. Dawn is here, and we're so excited to have her here. She is amazing. And let's take a look at some of these lovely comments coming in. Again, keep those videos coming. We're going to have a great time around New Year's Eve time, and we're going to show the videos coming from our guests and from our viewers as well. And again, you can send those to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's jimmasterstv@gmail.com. We'll show it at the end of the show as well. And if you don't know how to make a video, just have a family member show you how. You can do it on your phone, your computer. Tess LaBelle is here. Hello, Mr. Lovely, all the lovelies. It's good to see you, Tess, in Florida. And you welcome Dawn to Lovely Hall. You're in the best place on earth with the greatest host, Mr. Lovely himself. Thank you very much, Tess. We're very excited to have Dawn here. Good to see you, my friend. Kathy Short in Cleveland. Good evening, Jim and Lovelies. Wonderful having you here. Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy to see you all tonight. I know everybody looks forward to joining us here in Lovely Hall and getting together. Good to see you in Cleveland, Ohio. Willie in Holland in the Netherlands. Good to see you as well, Willie. Hello, Jim and Lovelies. Nice to have you here. Love it. Maureen said, you said it, Tess. Welcome, Dawn, as well. Everybody is welcoming everybody here to Lovely Hall, and I love that. It's like an episode of The Waltons. Everybody says hello to everybody and good night to everybody. We've got some hearts and cheers coming in from Tess, wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas, you as well, and Wozniak. Hi, Jim and everyone. Hope everyone is having an amazing week leading up to Christmas Day. Yeah, one of my favorite times of the year is the time between Christmas and New Year's. Absolutely. And Tess says, we are all so blessed. Yes, we are. Anne is here in Southern California. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. You as well, Anne. A happy and a merry for you as well. Maureen says, always nice to spend the evening with Jim, his special guests, and all my wonderful lovelies. We love that. Pamela Perkle is here. Merry Christmas, Pamela, to you and your family. So nice to have you here. I hope you're doing well, and we wish you the best. Mona is here as well. Hello, Jim and everyone. Merry Christmas. Good to see you, Mona. Kathleen Walker. Hi, Jim. Hope you had a great day. Hi, all. Kathleen, I got the yellow slip from the post office. Thanks for sending the package. I'm headed to the post office tomorrow to retrieve it. So, and we'll open it on Christmas morning. I have a couple of packages here. You sent a package, Mary Bishop, some of our lovely viewers, and some others, and cards and everything. We're going to open them all Christmas morning, unless we should open it sooner. So, if there's anything that spoils, just let me know. But thanks for sending that. I haven't seen it yet. We got the slip. We got the notification. Just got to pick it up tomorrow at the post office before they close. Juanita in South Africa. Hello, Jim and all the lovelies. We love you too as well, Juanita. Bernadette says, hi, Jim and everyone. It's good to see you as well, Bernadette. I wish you a Merry Christmas as well to you and your family, Willie. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. You too, Pamela. Avril is here in Hampshire, United Kingdom. We love that as well. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you, Avril, in beautiful Europe. We love having you there in England, in the UK. Holiday greetings, Jim and lovely family. Welcome, singer-actress Dawn Derow to the show tonight. Lovely Hall will be merry and bright this evening. Absolutely, absolutely. We love it. Pamela says, you look really good, Jim. Hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that very much. Jill Jason, hi, Jim, and hi, everyone. Absolutely. Maureen says, as much as 2020 has been a sucky year, and I would agree, I discovered Lovely Hall. Best blessing to come all year long. Thank you, Maureen. I really appreciate that. And this show to continue. Thank you very much. I agree with Tess and Maureen. This has really been a blessing for me as well. Thanks for family, friends, love, health, happiness, and peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nice, nice, nice. Love it. All right, gang, we are going to welcome our very special guest. Oh, Bobby Horowitz is here. Good to see you, Bobby. And I love that you're working on a video as well. Thank you very much. Can't wait to see that, my friend. I love Dawn Derow. So do we. Good stuff. Let's welcome my fabulous friend to our show. Just want to tell you quickly a few things. She's a New Yorker by way of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. She grew up in Easton, Massachusetts, and began pursuing her performing career at childhood. She graduated from the Boston Conservatory with a bachelor's degree in music, vocal performance, and opera emphasis, achieving the second highest vocal score in her class. After graduation, Dawn performed in operas and musicals around the world, and as a guest entertainer aboard international cruise ships, displaying an uncanny ability ability to transition from singing a Puccini aria to a jazzy torch song. In 2008, she began to pursue a cabaret career after several years of living in New York. And over the past 12 years, she's performed in prestigious venues such as the Wheeler Center at Carnegie Hall and Birdland Jazz Club, Laurie Beecham Theater, Don't Tell Mama, the Friars Club, the Bitter End, the Cutting Room, Carroll Place, and most recently, the Green Room 42 as well. She also sang in the Mabel Mercer Foundation's Cabaret Convention at Rose Hall at Lincoln Center. And she has a fabulous new Christmas song out. We're going to tell you about that and some of the other wonderful vocal works, which are tremendous. We are so excited to have her here on the show. I know you guys have been in the mood for some great Christmas music and holiday sounds, and we have been truly sharing that and having some really fun holiday shows with all of our guests. There is Dawn right there, and it is my pleasure to welcome her to our show, live and exclusively from upstate New York. Good to have you with us. Merry Christmas and welcome, Dawn.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Hi, Jim.
How are you? Very, very festive. Are you in Santa's workshop? It looks like you're on a big sled at Santa's workshop.
Yes, this is all my doing. Everything. I love to decorate for Christmas. I love lights and poinsettias and wreaths, and I put my little Santa stickers on here. I don't know if you can see them, but
yeah,
I love it. I love to decorate. I love to listen to Christmas carols. And about a week or two ago, I was here putting all this up, listening to Christmas carols, and just dancing around the living room. It was really fun.
Isn't that the best? It's like being a kid again, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's a special time of year to put the Christmas carols on and just sing them all. There's so many great songs, and they continue to, these pop artists that come up with these new ones and add to the library. So there's a lot.
And you like the traditional too, don't you? You love some of the traditional mixed in with the newer material.
I grew up Catholic, and I was a cantor for many, many years. So Christmas Eve Mass was my job for so many years. And it always meant that, in my early 20s, it meant that I couldn't quite, drink wine with dinner with the family, but because I had to go and work and, please join me in singing, open your hymnals, and do all of that with the congregation. So I sang Midnight Mass was a big, big gig for me for a lot of years.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So you grew up in Massachusetts, where I was telling you, we have a lot of family in New England and Connecticut, Massachusetts, with my mother being the youngest of 16. It's amazing, isn't it? The youngest of 16. Big, big, big family. And,
Irish Catholic?
Huh?
Are you Irish Catholic?
My father's side is. My mother's side is Protestant. So there's a mix of both. The Catholic side is dad's side, and mother's side is the Protestant side, which is interesting because you would figure the Irish Catholic side would be the side with the larger family. But it's the English, Swedish, French side, the Protestant side, that has the larger family. And New England living for sure. But back then they probably only had 3 channels, right? And they were black and white. There was no Netflix or Hulu.
PBS was there,
Yes, absolutely.
I remember when MTV started in 1981. It was like,
a whole new world, right? A whole new world. So how have you been through all this craziness of, this particular year, and keeping busy and keeping creative and keeping connected, my friend?
Yeah. I'm already a person who creativity is so instilled in my blood and runs, constantly 24/7. That, I keep busy. I'm a Sagittarius, so, I'm a fire sign. I have a lot of fire in me. And I think that being creative and just trying to constantly keep moving and doing something is important regardless of a pandemic. I was lucky to move in with my boyfriend up here in North Salem, New York, and get out of my small 1-bedroom apartment in the city. Me and my dog, we came up here. So, being quarantined here has been really beautiful. And and grounding, because there's a lot of nature here. Our neighbors are horses. We live behind us is a horse farm. So we don't have any neighbors behind us except for a bunch of horses. So
very nice.
Yeah. So in the summer, it was beautiful. I mean, we've had a couple of friends. We have a small circle of friends that we've had, come up here, and, under 10 people, and that we've shared this experience with during this time, and kind of kept our circle small. But it's been nice to be able to kind of share it, and just, let them kind of walk around the yard and go feed the horses, and just hang out here and relax during this crazy time. And we keep telling people, there's no COVID up here. I mean, there is, but
but it's a different, people are more, right, they're spaced out, spread out. So it's a little bit more, as opposed to being in any big city atmosphere right now, right?
Yeah, it's very spread out. And I think people, even when you go into like Danbury, Connecticut, which is only 8 minutes away, and you go to the store or you go to a restaurant, everyone's following the rules and precaution, and just trying to day by day, just that's all we can do. Just go day by day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So growing up in Massachusetts, tell us about some of those. We'll go back in time a little bit, Dawn. Growing up in Massachusetts, what were some of those early inspirations for you, influences for you to want to pursue the creative arts and music and performance? Anybody in the family or friends, entertainers or performers that inspired you along the way in Massachusetts?
Yeah, well, so I grew up on Cape Cod.
Cape Cod, right? Cape Cod.
Yeah. Yeah.
My cousins say that. You don't have much of the...
I don't.
Yeah.
I was about to say, my parents are both from Waldwick, New Jersey. So most of my family is from Jersey and Baltimore. I was actually born in Baltimore, but a year and a half later, we moved to Cape Cod. So most of my family says Dawn, like New York or New Jersey.
Like New York, right.
So I had to kind of learn it all different in grade school, people saying Dawn, and, a little bit different with the aw, and
Pathnica and Red Stalks. My uncle Ray's from Duxbury and would always say, we're going to Hatford, Red Stalks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I have enough roots in me that I can call myself a masshole, and I can be like, awesome. Oh my God.
Now, just in case there was any slight audio drop, she had an M in front of that. Mass.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome though. I mean, everywhere I go, all over the world. And if I meet someone from Massachusetts, I can pretty much say to them, oh, so you're a masshole. And they're like, yeah, it's like this understanding
club,
yeah. But in my family, my parents grew up in Waldwick, and my dad's parents were in the arts. My grandfather was an actor, and, just very, amateur, but he was an actor. And then my grandmother, she was a Roxyette. So she was a dancer and a singer. And I never got to meet her. She died when she was 50 years old. But, my whole life, my upbringing was, oh, you're just like your Nan, you're just like your grandmother. And you have, that you have that beam of light inside of you that she had. And so I feel like I carry her with me in a lot of things. And maybe that's partly why, I'm kind of diving back into this vintage music, all this 1941 stuff. And, I've got this Edie Gourmet show that I'm working on that I was ready to do, but got cut short from COVID. But in terms of my background and what got me started, I think, I was a little kid in dance classes, and I was very active. I was into being that kind of extracurricular kid. I always wanted to, do dance classes or piano lessons or singing lessons. And we had a lot of, the Cape is just flowing with community theater. I mean, even now, there's even more than when I was a kid, but there was always this huge community of musical theater. And I just started, auditioning and going to shows. My first show, I played Gretel when I was 8 years old in The Sound of Music. And, so I think I got bit by the theater bug at that time. I can remember being backstage and like at 8 years old, ironing my little ribbon for my hair.
Yeah.
Just like prepping my props and my little Edelweiss, like propping it, like putting it in, I was like, I thought it was just the coolest thing. And then from there, it was like whatever I could get my hands on, just getting really, really inspired by musical theater, mostly from my dad. Like I actually did a whole show that was dedicated to my father, which we debuted on Father's Day in 2019, called The House That Built Me. And it kind of takes you through, my history of how music influenced me. And my father used to play all the old musicals, Carousel, Oklahoma, South Pacific, and then later on, like Evita and Jesus Christ Superstar, 1776. My dad loves that musical. And we would just play, he would play the vinyl. Actually, when we were in high school, my brother and I, when we had a night out partying, my dad would turn on the record player to the overture of 1776. And we'd be like, oh no. He'd wake us up with that, as like a joke. So it's kind of like an ongoing joke in my family. It's like, oh gosh, here it goes. 1776 is on.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you had old school influences surrounding you, which I did as well, in terms of access to earlier music from different generations and genres, which I think is really great because it gives you a great appreciation for all kinds of music and a real understanding of the different nuances and different ways to present it, interpret it, right?
Yeah. And then one day when I was taking piano lessons and voice lessons. And one day when I was like 14, there was a local poster at the Academy of Performing Arts, which is in Orleans, Massachusetts, that said opera workshop. Come and learn how to sing in different languages and act, and I was like, great, like kill two birds with one stone. That's
exactly right.
Fun. Like I get to sing in Italian and French and like act through it. Like, okay. And I'm always up for a challenge. So I took it. And at the time I was a mezzo soprano, and I met my voice teacher, my first real opera voice teacher, Leilani Dalpi. I met her there, and she kind of started, grooming me for an opera career and world. And I mean, I switched from, being like, okay, musical theater to, oh my gosh, no, this is so cool. I can sing high notes and I can sing in a different language. And the stories, I loved the stories of the operas. I remember getting this thick book for Christmas one year that I still have that had all the stories of the operas. And I would just go through them like, oh, I want to do this opera. I want to do that, and I'd subscribe to Opera News, and I auditioned for the Boston Conservatory and got in. And, it was really that kind of that structure and learning to use my voice in that way. I mean, I don't know that it was, looking back, like you learn so much and then you kind of go, wow, like, okay, that wasn't really the right technique, but somehow I made it through,
That is funny. Yeah. So, as that was going along nicely for you and you were learning about yourself and understanding, your message and your presentation and some of the things that you wanted to pursue artistically, what would be maybe one of those very instrumental breaks for you where you started to get noticed and started to get brought into projects and productions and opportunities early on for you?
that I could sing a high C and I had a high E flat, and I was hired as like a ringer for a lot of things, you know, that whether it was just a musical review like outside of Boston, or just singing a duet with someone else at their college recital, you know, that I was kind of like given that opportunity, like, oh, like she can sing high notes, like let's get her in here and she can just, it's like pushing a button and they just kind of come out. And so I think that kind of that's one thing that when I look back at my vocal technique and my career, but also just the vocal technique in itself, I'm so thankful and that I made the right choice of learning how to sing classically, how to interpret, you know, not only the lyric and the language, but the phrasing and the diction and the musicality of classical music. And it's something that's never let me down to this day. Like no matter what style I sing in, if I have a cold and I got to sing through a cold, like I know how to kind of pull it up from the ground and you know, just that, you know, nobody likes to sing when they have a cold, but you know,
Right.
There are ways to manipulate and get around those tricky, sticky spots. And I really am always like, thank you, God, to that 14-year-old girl who decided to, you know, give opera a try. And and I never really pushed anything else aside. And I think that's one of the things, maybe that's been, you know, a hinder for me or difficult, because I loved, like I got into playing guitar when I was 19, and I loved singer-songwriter music and you know, like that angsty female, like 90s rock stuff, you know, like Alanis Morissette and Jewel and Sarah McLachlan. So there was like that side of me, and there was the musical theater, and then there was the opera. And, right. You know, I really, you know, and then in high school, I was always doing some kind of production of some sort. My mom was, before I could drive, she was driving me all over the Cape to, you know, I did Evita when I was a kid as ensemble. I played one of the Kit Kat girls in cabaret, you know. So I had quite like an extensive resume by the time I got to Boston Conservatory, you know. But yeah, I think that learning how to sing the high notes was the first kind of like, oh, like this is cool. Like, this is a nice plus, you know.
And did you know then what path you wanted to take going forward? Were you pretty much determined and you had things sort of mapped out, or were you taking these opportunities as they were coming along?
Yeah, I'm not very good at planning farther than like a year in advance. So I think maybe I'm more of like a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal, but I think I kind of let the journey take me. And after college, I did one opera. I went to Italy, and actually it's where I met my good friend Kenji. We were roommates, and she was in Così fan tutte, and I was in The Merry Widow, and I played Valenciennes. And after that, when I got back from doing that opera and auditioning in New York and really starting to I used to take a bus to New York. I was still living in Boston at the time, and I'd take a bus, and you know, I didn't even know where to warm up. I used to go to Central Park to like warm up for these auditions because I was like, what do I do? But I think that I decided to shift gears more to musical theater because I had the dance. I always was a dancer. And even at Boston Conservatory, I was lucky to not only be in the opera department, but I was kind of straddling the musical theater department. And I, you know, I did a couple of the productions with the musical theater majors, and I was in their dance classes, and I was in their acting classes. So I was kind of like this like odd entity there, because some people would be like, why don't you just switch your major? And I was like, no, I want to sing opera, but I want to still also dance and act. So it was shortly thereafter that my dreams of being at the Met, all those years of looking at opera news, that I kind of was like, yeah, this is really hard. Because it's like you have to eat, breathe, and sleep opera.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that it wasn't in me to only do that, that I had too many other interests musically as a singer. And I really started to see myself, no, I'm a singer and I'm a musician and I'm an artist, but I didn't want to just be categorized as an opera singer. And that's when I started to really shift and audition for musical theater. And, I worked on cruise ships, and I did a lot of like weird jobs, like I got to sing like this Cirque du Soleil show in Virginia, and it, like the whole part was written for me. And, like I got to use those high notes again, I was like, she can sing high notes and she can sing low. So I think that's kind of when it changed for me, that I just knew that I wasn't going to be, the next Anna Netrebko or something.
But you were on your way. You were on your way,
Yeah, we'll let her handle that.
Let's do our toast as we welcome you to the show, our official toast for all the blessings of a beautiful holiday season.
Got my Mac mug.
Sip, sip, sip.
Sip. What is that? Is that a martini of some sort, or a?
I know, it's a fancy glass, right? It's tonight it's just a little rum and Coke.
Ah.
I'm officially wrapped with my professional work in television and radio for the rest of the year with the Christmas holiday break. So, and we're here out of the home studio on the coast. So we're nice and relaxed, and we've earned that little libation there. I like how, as I said that, you got very comfortable in that chair. It's nice. No, that was a great look. It was very, very
I'll show you my new leg warmers.
It's very queen. That chair is very queen-esque.
Look at these leg warmers.
Oh yeah, let's see those. Yeah.
This is a good thing about doing live TV or in your living room, is you can just be barefoot. But yes, I'm wearing my new leg warmers.
Very nice, very nice. Nice and toasty and nice and warm. You're checking back to make sure he's still back there, right?
Enjoying the fire.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So, so you're really somebody who, you're, would you call yourself driven?
I think so. I mean, I think that you have to be in this field to a certain extent,
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm driven by the crazy ideas in my brain, I guess. I'm definitely driven. I guess I hesitate because it's easy to look at other artists and be like, oh my God, they're so much more driven than I am. Look at where they are, and wow, like they, and I think especially today, especially this year, where we're all at home, like staring at a screen and looking at social media and kind of going through diving in these rabbit holes of different, our fellow colleagues or different artists, and then just being like, oh, look at me, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I definitely am driven. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of the shows I've created. There's definitely been some time during this quarantine even that I've had the chance to kind of just go back and enjoy and kind of get a little nostalgic over some of the shows I did. I saw that you had Lenny Watts on a couple weeks ago, right? And
Right.
I just had a conversation with him on the phone the other day because we were catching up, and we were talking about his new project with Siggnesium classes, which if anyone's out there and they want to take a class, should sign up. Little plug for Siggnesium. But I signed up to take a class with Gabrielle Stravelli, who I love. She's a good friend of mine, and she's an amazing jazz artist. And I was just sharing some thoughts with Lenny. I was like, Lenny, remember when we did Revolution? And I was getting to kind of go back and watch that on YouTube. And I was like, how did I memorize all those lyrics? You have those moments where you're like,
Exactly.
how did I do that? So yeah, I mean, I I think I'm definitely driven. I also have a whole nother career, which is in the fitness industry. So, I kind of, again, just like the singer who straddles different, who's like the crossover singer, I also straddle two different, careers.
That's what I've heard.
Ah, yes. I love it. Oh.
Our research department is very efficient.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, lefties, if you were sleeping, now you're awake.
I was going to say, no point set is needed in that shot. That's it.
Yeah. Yes, that was taken by my good friend and another musician, Matt Baker. He took that.
Matt, yeah.
And
Here's some more. Yeah.
Yeah, he took that one too. Actually, that was this summer. Yep. Yeah, that was the summer too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we try to do a photo shoot every summer. That one was on the Cape.
This one's cool. The lighting and everything.
Yeah, that was that shot was money.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, the timing and everything. There you go. There. Yeah.
For
Cool
the next
stuff.
Hunger Games installment.
Backyard Troubadour.
Yes, that was right here. That was the performance we did October 3rd. And that was a really fun show. And I hope we do it again in the spring or the summer and that's Lauren Fox.
Mm.
Yep.
Looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Peter Kalo and Todd Eisler was our drummer. And on bass, we had Jeff Eirich.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, this is the WBFF competition. Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, talk about being driven. I mean, that was probably such a bucket list, but a milestone for me. I was just about to turn 40. So I'm not afraid to tell my age because I know I don't look it. That was November 2015, and it was in Rhode Island. And it was a figure competition, a fitness and figure competition. Right there, that's my winning moment. That's like, talk about the money shot. That's how I placed the top 5. And because I was 39 at the time, I was able to be in that category of like 39 to 40. And there were hundreds of girls, like hundreds. And yeah, it was it was a lot of work. No joke. It was a lot of work. It was expensive. I ate a lot of chicken and rice and broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
I had to weigh it and measure it before I ate it. I was working out like 6 days a week. And I'm not talking just like 20 minutes, like
no
cardio, an hour of weights. And in that picture, I was 122 pounds and 11% body fat.
Mm.
But I did it all, it was like, I did it all natural. And I say that because, look, there's plenty of ways to juice. You're not supposed to juice. They do test you for that stuff. But there's plenty of ways to do it in an unhealthy way where you get to the day of the competition and you're like shaking in your heels and you go on.
Right. Or you're not eating at all, or you're right. Exactly. Or purging, or all these things that they do. Yeah.
I felt so good. And because it was in the performing arts space where they have all the tour shows that come through. I walked backstage and I was like, oh, I got this. Like, this is where I live. This is the stage. And I sang the national anthem for it because they were going to pipe in, play some recording. And I called the head of the company and I was like, hi, like, why don't I just sing it for you? So there's a little driven moment for you too. I was like, I'll do this. I'll do it.
We got this. We got this, right? Well, somebody that is saying the pictures are a 10 is George Burns. He says 10 for all of them.
Is that a puppet?
It's an actual official George Burns commemorative doll that my aunt collected when they came out with a limited supply of these, and he's supposed to be wrapped in a box and everything. We brought him out on a nostalgic night back in the early summer, and we still got the tags and everything. And I showed it one night, and everybody fell in love with it. So there's George and Gilligan and the I Dream a Genie bottle and all these characters that have resulted from this one night nostalgic night we did. And this came out on the occasion of George Burns' 100th birthday. So that's when she collected him. And then it got passed down by my cousin in Connecticut to me. And I said, you know what? He'd be a good sort of Ed McMahon, a sidekick on my show. So he's here.
Oh my gosh. But you took
Cool.
that box. So then what does that mean? It's not going to be worth as much.
No, the box is actually sitting right here next to me. So he goes back into the wrapper, back into the box. And then Gilligan is here. Gilligan was played by Bob Denver and his wife, Dreama Denver, who's a dear friend. She was a guest on the show. She looked at the set and she said, gee, Jim, you're missing a few things. And I said, well, what could we be missing? We've got so many things on the set. She said, you're missing Gilligan. So she sent the Gilligan doll, Aloha Jim, Dreama Denver, from her home. And this was a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's funny.
And then Jeannie, of course, in the official I Dream a Genie bottle. She's in there and she says hello too as well. This thing actually weighs a ton. This thing is like heavy as anything. But some of the sidekicks we have here on the show put some smiles on everybody's faces as well. You mentioned the Edie Gourmet, and when I was looking at the photos, you really take on the resemblance of her.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. And what a great voice. Right now, this time of the year, you're also hearing Steve and Edie all over the radio with the holiday songs and everything.
Yeah. Did you hear that, John? John always says how he's like, I remember Edie Gourmet from Christmas time. All the Christmas. Yeah,
with Steve Lawrence, her husband. Absolutely. Yeah. There's some really cool video on YouTube, actually, of Steve and Edie hosting the Hollywood Palace show on ABC and all these other cool things together. How did this happen? Tell us about this and what you're working on, your more recent project.
Yes. Well, first of all, those photos are done by Helene Bloomfield, who is...
Oh, yeah. She's a regular Loverty viewer on our show. We love her.
That photo shoot was spectacular, and that was in February last year. Well, this year, February. And as you can see right there, March 14th.
Yeah.
Supposed to be our show.
And then boom.
And I had to cancel it. Yeah. And... but I mean, I'll go back to the beginning. I started listening to Edie Gourmet, I guess in probably about 2015. Actually, I mentioned Gabrielle Stravelli. I was taking a couple of jazz lessons from her. We were doing a trade. I was training her, and I'm all about trades. Anybody, want to do a barter? I'm all about that. I've bartered voice lessons. I've bartered, PR work. And Gabrielle was helping me with just I wanted to get more into American songbook music. And she gave me a list of singers to listen to, in addition to who I was already listening to. Like I love Anita O'Day, and I obviously love like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday. And I thought, when I was working with her, I was like, well, who else can you add to this list? And she was like, okay, Carmen McRae and Keely Smith. And she's like, and you should listen to Edie Gourmet because you have that kind of big, boisterous voice. And at the time, I was also working with the late, great Barry Levitt. And he also told me the same thing. You should listen to Edie Gourmet. So between the two of them, that's I came late to the Edie show, or to the Edie party, but I started listening to her, and there's just such an extensive libriary of music that she's recorded.
Absolutely.
Career, from TV, Broadway, everything, and it's just incredible. And it wasn't until, my ship, Songs from 1941, started in 2017 with Barry Levitt and Jeff Harner. And then when Barry passed away, Ian Herman picked up the reins as our captain and as our musical director captain. And it was Ian and I that I was like, hey, let's start looking at some Edie Gourmet stuff and let's start putting this show together. And so we started putting it together, I guess like September 2019, we started working on it. Aw, Bobby Harwood says we all miss Barry. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. And I love Bobby Horowitz.
Isn't she great? Did you see she was on the show about a week ago as a guest? We had a ball.
Yeah.
We had a ball.
Best. Yeah. So we started just, pulling out music and songs that, I kind of wanted to explore. I have 2 Spanish songs in it. And even though I'm Italian and I sang, as you know, in Italian and French and German as an opera singer, I really had never sang in Spanish before. So that was challenging, but, we got it all ready. I put the wig on and we were going to just do kind of almost like a soft opening at the Beach Cafe, because I had already booked gigs on the Cape to do the show. And I really, I wanted to kind of just get a New York audience and record it and do a couple duets. I was going to do a duet with Jeff Harner, which, we still have that planned. We have, I guess I can tell you guys, let it out. But we worked up Darn It Baby, That's Love, which was a huge fun hit for Steve and Edie.
That is incredible. And folks, I just want to tell you once again on the Jim Masters Show Live, a world exclusive had just been announced. It always happens on our show.
Yes.
World exclusive.
Cat is out of the bag. Yeah. And actually, we keep talking and texting each other, Jeff and Ian and I, about just like, hey, let's just get together and just record the song and kind of put it out there, So maybe we'll get to that in 2021, or maybe we can actually do the show. So
right.
So when Broadway closed on March 12th and they canceled the MAC Awards, and I was sitting at home, like memorizing my lines. I was like, I'm memorizing my lyrics, people. And people were texting, COVID-19, like, like all like news report. And I was just like, and a friend of mine called me up and was like, you should really think of canceling your show. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Like maybe that's kind of a blessing in disguise. And he kind of pointed out something to me that like I didn't think of, because listen, I was trying to memorize my my music. But he's like, listen, you're in the fitness industry. You're a health professional. How can you ask people to come and see you sing in like as this like pandemic is blowing up? And I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Like, no, I didn't want to be that singer who was like, come and see me sing. Who cares? So we canceled, and, a shout out to the Beach Cafe, because, I love all of them there. Dave Goodside is incredible. And we were so upset that we had to cancel it. I know Ian Herman, my music director, and Jeff Harner, my director. I mean, everyone was just like, oh, that sucks, because we literally had just done the dress rehearsal the night before. And so on Friday night of the 13th, I was part of a show with Blake Allen and his orchestra, his little mini orchestra. Do you know Blake Allen?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, God, I just adore him. And it was a Dolly Parton tribute. And that was my last performance. I think I sent you a picture. I was in a blue sparkly shirt or a sparkly dress. But that was my last New York City performance in 2020. Yeah. Which now that we're at the end of the year is really sad when I think about that.
Oh my God. So so that feeling must have been sort of tough, you're kind of like, now what do we do? Huh?
Yeah. It's, I've still worked on the music with Ian. We've done a couple of like Skype. We use Jam Kazam, and we've used that for rehearsing. But it's hard because it really was like deflating the dream on that, And I think when you accelerate towards something and you have that date and you've been working towards it, and then all of a sudden it's like,
that's a cool shot. I love this shot.
Yeah, that was during this whole quarantine. I got to go into the studio, which is, the project that I'm currently pushing and promoting and so proud of. My ship, Songs from 1941. We went into the studio the first day, February 20th, and then our second day was scheduled for March 26th. Of course, that got canceled. But, in the summer when things started opening up a little more and you could have like just a smaller number of people in a room, I started reaching out to the studio and my producer and my band. And I was like, hey, you guys, do you feel comfortable? You want to do it? And so we set the date for September 29th, and we went back into the studio, and there was, I think, 8 of us or something.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. I want to share some music that we have here. And you're also going to play live, which is wonderful. We appreciate that. You got your beautiful guitars there. Here is a clip. We'll show the clip. We'll surprise everybody. We'll show the clip, and then we will talk about it when we come back. I want to have everybody hear your beautiful voice and see your wonderful talent on stage. So here is a treat from Dawn and all of us at the Jim Masters Show Live. Welcome, everybody, all around the world. Keep those great comments and all the lovely coming. Here's some music. We got a lot of music here, and Dawn's also going to perform live, surrounded by the poinsettias in her queen chair. Here's a treat, and we'll talk about it as soon as we come back. Enjoy, everybody.
The Chattanooga choo-choo. Oh my God, I love the way she looks in those costumes, those seamed hose.
Track 29. Boy, you can give me a shot.
Dawn had me completely transfixed from the moment she started singing to the moment she stopped. And I think I'm still transfixed.
And after our romance, good old home sweet home, let's get away. Let's get away. Everybody, hot dog balls on the railroad and down roller suit. Hot dog balls on the railroad and the roller suit. Don't sit under the apple tree with the boogie woogie bugle for a company and the roll.
let's face it, this is a woman who can sing anything. She can turn around and sing opera, then she can sing jazz and blues, and then she can sing pop all the time, and she sounds authentic to the era.
Bluebirds Over the White Cliffs of Dover might be my favorite version of it ever, including Vera Lynn's.
I'm always amazed by Dawn Derow. She is a first-class performer.
Very nice. Very nice. You're all warm and toasty now, huh? That was great. A little nice sampling, sort of like a sizzle reel there, showing people some of your vocal prowess. And like the audience was saying, the viewers, Juanita, I just want to show you some of the lovely welcome too. Wow, amazing voice from Juanita in South Africa. Jill said, and she watches every night from South Africa.
Wow.
Jill Jason says, beautiful voice. Kathy Short in Cleveland, Ohio. Dawn, you have a beautiful voice. And Wozniak, claps, 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 and hearts, hearts, hearts. Mary Bishop in Florida, beautiful voice. Dawn, wonderful performance. Tess LaBella in Florida as well. Dawn, you're amazing. Outstanding voice. Bobby Horowitz, I love you, Dawn and Jim. We love you back. Juanita also loved the leg warmers. Bobby says, I'm so happy to know you and proud that you've been in a show of mine. Kathleen says, in New York City, your place looks beautiful, Dawn. Love the decorations. Really, really nice. More great comments coming in here. Good evening, Mr. Lovety. Good evening, Loveties. Good evening, Dawn. You are a Lovety now. So you're one of the Jim Master Show Loveties. You can put that on your resume as well.
I will.
Dawn, you look absolutely stunning this evening from Tess LaBella. Chris in Northern Ireland asks, what is your favorite Christmas song, Dawn?
Oh, well, I mean, I have a couple, but I love Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. That's one of my favorites. And I love Oh Holy Night, which I'm going to share with you guys tonight. And I do love White Christmas, which I'm also going to share with you tonight. But another rare one that I love, and if you don't remember it, I encourage you all to go YouTube it, is Are My Ears On Straight? Are my ears on straight? Is my nose in place? It's not that well done. And to be honest, I don't even remember. I thought it was like Brenda Lee, but I don't think it is. I don't remember who sang it. I think the same person who sang I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, with that kid's voice. I want to hippopotamus.
Maybe some of your Loveties know, or maybe they can look it up for us. But it's like a doll. She's like a doll that's singing about how she's broken, and she was broken a month ago, and she's going, she's like, Christmas time is drawing nearer and I'm getting scared. Wish I could see in a mirror how I've been repaired. I've been gone so, I don't remember all the words, but Are my ears on straight?
But that was terrific.
Challenge for all your lovities out there to go and look that up.
Show you some more levity coming our way here as well. Merry Christmas from Tina, Jim, Dawn, and Levity family. We love that. Carla, who's watching in South America and Brazil, says,
Wow.
hi, Jim and gang. Welcome, Dawn. Love seeing these beautiful Christmas plants. Sherry Schoenline. Hello, Jim and Lovities. Just got home from celebrating Christmas with my 80-year-old mom. So happy to be here with all of you in Levity Hall. And Christine Clifton in North Carolina, one of our regular Levity viewers, says, welcome, Dawn, to the Jim Master Show live to Levity Hall. You are now a Levity tonight, a holiday Levity. And Wozniak says, welcome, Dawn. Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Happy holidays, Dawn. Willie, watching in Holland in the Netherlands, says, welcome, Dawn, to the Jim Masters Show, the best host. Thank you very much, Willie. We appreciate that. Karen in Nova Scotia says, welcome to the land of light and levity, Dawn, our newest levity. Love that.
So
Merry
from all over the world.
Nova Scotia, from Belfast area in Northern Ireland. Merry Christmas, Dawn. I hope you've had a great day. Juanita in South Africa. Welcome to the show, Dawn. Kathleen in New York City. Hi, Dawn, and welcome. Jill Jason says, welcome. Bobby, great to be here, Jim Masters. Always great to have you with us, Bobby. Bernadette says, welcome to Levity Hall. And this is cool. Really nice stuff. Merry Christmas, Becky. It's nice to see you, Becky. She's in Elgin, Illinois. I interviewed her actually in my professional work on Close Up Radio. She's wonderful. And hello out there, and a blessed Christmas to one and all Levities. We love that as well. From Ireland, Merry Christmas, fellow Levities. Pamela is in Lakeland, Florida, instead of the usual Kansas City. Love that as well. Cool stuff. Nice Levity coming in from everybody here. Really, really nice stuff. And Gayla Peavy sang that song. It's the Hippocampus song.
Right.
Mary Bishop in Florida got it.
Yes.
You win, Mary. You win a Levity hug when we see you in person. Now we have to go to Florida to give it, so that wouldn't be too bad. Beautiful voice, Jill says. Juanita says, wow, amazing voice as well. Well, folks, don't go anywhere, because the Jim Masters Show Live actually has some more fabulous music here from Dawn that we're going to share with you exclusively. Here is another wonderful clip. Take a look, enjoy, and then we will discuss that right after this. More coming from Dawn on the Jim Masters Show Live.
Okay, so this song is kind of like my ode to Cape Cod, and I call it Ode to Cape Cod. Oh, thank you all for being here. You made me feel at home.
Very nice. That was beautiful. Really nice. Tell us about that fantastic song, and working with Sean as well, and the location.
Yeah, so that song is called Ode to Cape Cod, which I wrote many years ago about the Cape and kind of what it's like to go through the seasons of change there, and how, you know, the summer, you really just get those 10 weeks and you kind of hold on to them, you know, with all you got. And then, you know, as you feel the fall approaching, how that, you know, how you wish, you're like, oh gosh, I wish it was summer again. And just that feeling of what it's like to live there year round. And I used to make the joke when I'd sing it that, you know, people would be like, oh, I didn't know people live there in the wintertime, you know. But so I wrote it kind of, well, as my ode to Cape Cod. And you know, Sean and I did a show a couple of years ago that we also put out an album, which that song is on, which I'm very proud of. It's called Music for Two. And we were nominated for a MAC award for it. And we did the show for a while. I think we started it in 2011. We recorded the album in 2012. We released it in 2013. And then 2014, we were nominated. So it kind of was over the course of a couple of years. And Sean and I still play together, and we collaborate on projects here and there. I mean, he's my brother from another mother. I mean, I love the guy so much. So shout out to Sean Harkness. And that show was done and recorded. We did a live recording of that at the Metropolitan Room, which is no longer.
I know. I emceed a couple of concerts there for fellow performers, and that's missed. I know they do the Metropolitan Zoom. Actually, they're doing that on Christmas Day for the Actors Fund, as they're doing that 2x2 performance.
Okay.
Mackenzie is in that.
Right.
And she was with us on the show here Monday.
Yeah,
that's going to be wonderful, and that raises money for the.
And I love Sandy Derow so much.
Sandy Derow, right? So that's a beautiful thing that they put together through Theater Pizzazz. I think it's a really great way to definitely give back. That's for sure. You mentioned the album with Sean, and guess what we have? We actually have a song. 2 songs, actually. We'll play one. Unamico's one of them. We'll start with that.
I think.
Huh?
Maybe is this the Italian one?
Yeah, we have that one first, and then 2 of us.
And I just want to say that also singing backup with me on that track you just saw, and then a couple other tracks, was Kathleen France. So I went on to then do a show with her after that. So
very nice.
Not the word for. So yeah.
Here's more music from Dawn, folks. You're going to love it. Joined by Sean Harkness. Enjoy. This is a beautiful song on the Jim Master Show Live.
Maddie, come on.
Very nice. Very nice.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that one.
Oh, my pleasure. Do you have a pet there?
Wait.
Oh, they love dogs and pets and kids and food on this show.
Say hi.
Bring them on. Bring them on. Here comes the pet. Who's that cutie?
The puppy doggy.
Who's that cutie?
That's Maddie. She got a little Christmas sweater on. Say hi, Maddie. She's a little camera shy. She was watching down below, and she likes to be near mom.
Absolutely.
Dogs right now, I mean, everywhere. Dogs are.
There you go. Here goes all the puppy comments. Hi, Maddie, pup, and beautiful pup. Juanita said the song was perfect. Maureen says that was exquisite. Bernadette says Sean is excellent on strings. The vocals from Dawn as well. I agree 100%. Carla, watching in Brazil, says, wow, incredible strings by Sean, terrific voice, and excellent Italian. Dawn, you're fantastic. Mary in Florida, so pretty. Renee Katz is with us. Beautiful Sean Harkness, another dear friend of ours, and she was also a guest on the show too, which we loved. Bobby is back in town. We love that, Bobby. Welcome back. I know you had to scoot off to another thing, and you came right back home to the Jim Master Show Live. We love that. Really, really cool stuff. Beautiful song. What a cute pup. Hi, Maddie. What a sweet fur baby. The song is beautiful and sensuous. It sure is.
Thank you.
And Sean is so lovely and attention-getting with his lovely melodic arrangements. And you were so lovely, Dawn, from Bobby. And Bobby also loves Renee Katz. It's a big Loverty Fest on the Jim Master Show Live, and we all end up. It's a small world. We all know each other from so many different avenues and connections. It's absolutely amazing. I did want to let the folks know we do have another song from that album. That's Two of Us. Tell us about that one.
Well, first, let me just say about the Italian one that that's Sean's music, and then I set the lyrics to it. And I had always wanted to write a song in Italian, and kind of paying like homage to my classical roots and my Italian heritage, but also, you know, learning how to sing art songs and the opera in Italian. And I spent a lot of time traveling in Italy, so I just took I sat down one day and I had asked Sean when we were rehearsing for that show, I said, is there something that I can maybe write to? And he told me the story of that song, which was, just an instrumental at the time. he said, this I wrote for a woman who I knew. We knew each other in high school, and then we kind of reconnected later, and it was this we always had a friendship, but we also kind of had a little chemistry, but it just never became that like love romance, and she wanted it to, and he was like, you're not that person for me. And so I took that story and I wrote it from his perspective. So a lot of the gender specific in the Italian that's why it's una amico come lei, a friend like her. And it's just all about, him kind of telling her, like, I can't be that guy for you. Kind of stuff. But it's a great song, and I'm super proud of it. And and actually whenever Sean and I do it live, we kind of look at each other like, it's like our baby's all grown up kind of thing. So this next one is another just total collab with Sean Harkness. We were putting songs together for that show, Music for Two, and he's a great singer too. And he's also not so hard on the eyes, ladies. If you haven't noticed, Sean Harkness is pretty handsome. So we kind of thought, let's do Two of Us by the Beatles. And then we decided to kind of throw into it a couple lines of just the two of us. And that's what we came up with.
And here it is, everybody. Enjoy. Thanks for joining us, and happy holidays on the Jim Masters Show Live. Yay. Yeah, really nice. You guys really do sound awesome together too. A lot of people are saying that as the Lovelies are commenting all around the world. Here we go. You both sound great together. Beautiful, from Mary Bishop in Florida. Jill Jason says the two of you are vocally amazing together. Carla in Brazil. Catchy and lovely. Unplugged. Really good. Bernadette saying, I've always liked this song. Great rendition. Kathleen in New York City saying, awesome, with claps, claps, claps. And Bobby says, I have that picture of Sean Harkness and Dawn Derow on my computer. I love it. So
yeah.
Really nice. Really nice. So you guys love
available if anyone wants to get that album. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, I think it's on iTunes too. It's it's out there. So
all the usual suspect places, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. More comments coming in here. Let's see. We've got Juanita in South Africa saying, love it. And what a great tune. I agree. Speaking of all this great music that we're sharing with our lovely audience, my friend Dawn, we also want to show them something else that's literally hot off the presses and that is really, really exciting. And that I know you're very, very excited about, and it's been a labor of love for you.
Yeah. Yay.
Tell us about this project.
Yes. So this is a single, White Christmas, which you can get on Spotify, iTunes, everything. Go and download it. Listen to it from now until New Year's. And we recorded this September 29th, along with all the other songs for my ship, songs from 1941. And I really wanted to get this song out for the holidays since it's White Christmas. So we really kind of scrambled to get it quickly, mixed, mastered. Paul Rolnick is the producer.
He's amazing.
He's amazing. And Alan Silverman, he was he did the mastering.
Mastering, yeah.
Yep. So I learned a lot on how to put it on CD Baby and all that. And then that's how I met Teresa, who's been helping me promote the not only the video, but also the single, and just getting it out to as many people as we can. So please, lovedies out there, please, all I want for Christmas is for you to share this video with everybody that you know.
Right, exactly. And we have something special here on the show. And this is really, really nice. This is the White Christmas, and we're going to share it with our audience as supplied to us here.
I want to add to that, and a big shout out to my good friend and my cameraman, my filmmaker, videographer, Michael Stever. He's pretty much filmed everything you've already seen. So this is his work of putting it together, doing the edits, filming it, and making it a nostalgic, fuzzy Christmas moment for you all. So thank you.
And you love how it came out, right? It is beautiful.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Lots of holiday levity coming your way, everybody, here on the Jim Masters Show live with this fantastic version, and get ready to enjoy it. Happy holidays. And here we go. Hop on the sleigh, and the Jim Masters sleigh is taking you to the North Pole with Dawn and company and all the levities. White Christmas Holiday Music Video 2020.
The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Very, very nice. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Happy and merry to one and all. Really, really nice, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
So that was just done recently, like you said, right?
Yeah, we finished it like Thanksgiving weekend.
And it takes a village, right? So you had some great folks behind you who were helping with that project, which I think is amazing.
So I have such a fabulous crew. I always say we because it's never just me.
Right.
First of all, my boyfriend John Williams, he's a huge help, and he's helping to produce this as well. Michael Stever, who was there on the 29th filming in the studio. He was only in the booth with me because we didn't want, because of COVID, we tried to just kind of isolate him with me. And I was like, all right,
yeah,
in the booth with me. So that's why you don't see the trio. Ian Herman, my music director at piano, Tom Hubbard on bass, Daniel Glass on drums. Like I said, Paul Rolnick, who is the sound engineer and mixing, and also David Stoller, who runs the studio and is the engineer at Samurai Hotel studio in Astoria, and he is just incredible. I'm so glad that we went there. I had never recorded there before. I really shopped around to find a studio that I wanted, not only that had like really great clout in the jazz industry and music industry. I mean, Judy Collins has performed there, James, a lot of jazz albums have been recorded there, and aesthetically, although you can't see it on this video, but aesthetically, it's a beautiful studio, and he built it all himself. And just, shout out to David Stoller and his family, and happy holidays to him. And I'm just so thrilled that we got it. It's all, we've done our part. We've recorded it. So now
it's time for people to enjoy it.
Yeah, White Christmas is out. That's the first single. And then in 2021, we will release a couple more singles, and then eventually the album. And I have so many ideas for music videos that I'm like so excited. I can't wait to kind of jump back into that 1941, pinup girl and perform as her and share this music with you, because it's great. And I'm just so happy that we've gotten it, to this level. So
yeah, congratulations on all of that. And you love that time period, don't you? That early, the 40s time period. It was quite elegant. It was a very special time, right? All the big bands were really hopping and so much more. It's
really interesting, again, how it fell into my lap. I mean, talking about, my journey from opera, musical theater, and everything like that. Barry Levitt, I started coaching with him and working on jazz standards. And we had done a little show. We'd worked together for a total of about 3 years before he passed away. And, it was one of those synchronistic, beautiful combinations of me and him and Jeff Hartner. And, I showed up with these ideas, and it was the first time I worked with Jeff Hartner. And actually your guest you had on the other day, Celia Burke, I have to say, I love Celia. She's not only a friend, and not only have we sung together, she sang on my Legit show, which was all opera. We did a beautiful rendition of Lockme, the Lockme duet. And I love singing with her too. And she's kind of given me these little golden nuggets throughout my career too. And Jeff Hartner was one of those. She had worked with Jeff, and I was, again, looking for a director that I wanted to work with. And I kind of in the cabaret world, depending on the project, depending on the genre of music, and what message I want to, what story I want to tell, what message I have to say, I find the musicians and the director and the music director based on, kind of that, And so I don't always work with the same people. I have a bunch of different people I've worked with. I've gone back to some, like I said, I had Lenny Watts. Lena Krakis has been my director for Music for Two. She worked with us on that. And Jeff Hartner, and same with music directors, Matt Baker, Barry Levitt, Ian Herman, Sean Harkness. So I get around, Jim. Get around.
She gets around. She gets around.
But the 40s kind of fell into my lap, and 41, I was listening to the song My Ship, and by Kurt Weill and Ira Gershwin, and I was listening specifically to Anita O'Day's version of it. And at the time, I was hired to do a show in Provincetown for the Cabaret Fest, and they were highlighting the 40s. The whole theme for the weekend was the 40s. And I was like, oh, this was written in 1941. Let's look at what else was written that year. And to my surprise, a lot. And even though White Christmas wasn't written in 1941, the story I tell in the show is that Bing Crosby sang White Christmas for the first time on Christmas Day, 1941, 18 days after the Pearl Harbor attack. So it's I just got chills because it's
Yeah.
kind of, I mean, here we are, 2020, in the midst of a pandemic, you know, millions of people are dying. You've got people that are getting ready to be kicked out of their homes because they can't afford their rent and all
Food lines and unemployment, and in this time and day and age, it's absolutely unreal.
yeah, it's really a
We
lot.
could do a whole show on that. That's for sure. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I think, you know, not to get too heavy, but you know, when we all listen to the news and the politics, and I know we all do, and your head wants to explode after about 20 minutes, you know, the only thing you can do is put on music.
You have to. Yeah. Yeah.
The saving grace. And you know, it's heart crushing that these clubs are closing. I know there's a telethon for the Laurie Beachman Theater on Christmas Day as well, that to raise money because they're
I don't think people realize that there are a wealth of businesses that aren't coming back in 2021, whether they're theaters or, you know, pubs or bars, restaurants.
yeah.
A lot of them are gone already or going to be going. And that's really, really sad to see. You can actually, you know, drive through certain areas where you see just, you make a left turn and you're like, oh my God, they're gone. Oh, wow, that was gone. And, you know, boarded up or no longer there. It's really, well, I tell people the only people that could have scripted this year that we've all been, you know, going through in various different ways, you know, and thank God, you know, you, I, our families, our loved ones, healthy, happy. I mean, that's the healthy is prominent right now and very important, but there's so many people that are really, really struggling, or they have lost somebody during all of this. They don't have food on the table, and it's really extraordinary. The only people that could have scripted a year like this are Stephen King, Steven Spielberg, or Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone. It's that kind of year. Absolutely. But I'm hoping we come back more empathetic, more loving, more collaborative, creative, less divisive. We listen to one another. And, you know, we actually set our priorities straight. It isn't all about always the buzz and the bling. It's about those simple constants in life. You know, a hug. We can't even hug right now.
Yeah.
Now we miss it. We can't high five. We can't be together.
Someone's
We
hand.
miss
You greet
Right.
them.
And those are some of the basics that are so, so important in life that when taken away, we realize should really make those the priority. And then all the other trappings can follow after, but not chase the trappings, be satisfied with the blessings and joys that we have. The fact that, you know, our eyes opened up today and we were given another day, a gift of another day. That's all crucially important. And I think through everything that everybody's been dealing with, not just in this country, but globally, people are, or at least a lot of people are, not everybody, but a lot of people are realizing that. I think this year has been a year for pause and regrouping and rebooting, refreshing. Sure, everybody's been eating. I know you'll get mad at everybody, but everybody's been eating all the snacks and all the comfort foods and the candy and the potato chips and all the stuff, their childhood stuff.
Don't do it.
It's comforting them, you know. They're having their Pop-Tarts and their Captain Crunch and, you know, their pie. Well, you know, you got to be 6 feet apart.
Pie. I mean, now pie, you're talking about.
Pie's a good one. Pie's a good one, especially this week. And the Christmas cookies. You have to be 6 feet apart from one another, but you have to be 10 feet away from the refrigerator.
Yes.
But I really do hope that we come back.
You have to do like 10 jump squats to get
just
to the
for, yeah, that's right.
Jump squats. Go.
So so write that down, folks, when you start to have those snacks on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and New Year's coming. I really do hope that we do come out of this more, you know, empathetic, friendlier, kinder, more civil, more respectful out of all of this. So that would be really, really a wonderful thing. And
I bring back the peace sign too, instead of the elbow bump. You know, I do this to people.
Right, exactly.
The levities out there, peace and love.
Rini had said something, all sopranos like us and all lovelies need to say a prayer for Rebecca Luker. who just passed, supremely talented and will be missed.
I had to cry today about that. So sad. So awful.
And Juanita in South Africa says, I work with rental properties in Cape Town, South Africa. We get to see firsthand how drastically people's lives are affected by this pandemic. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, that leads us to this beautiful song that you want to share with us, of course, Oh Holy Night. I think it's a perfect time to sing that. And you have
I have a track here, you know.
yeah.
Good old
Bobby Horowitz says, I think people will realize we're one species and all can catch this. Absolutely. Hopefully they'll catch the levity from our show and then pay it forward in 2021 as they have been here in 2020 this far.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone that, you know, everyone out there just stays healthy and, you know, don't eat too much junk food.
or she's going to find you and she's going to knock on your door.
Yeah. I mean, I try to help my clients on the daily. So if anyone has any questions, you know, I'm very open to any, you know, concerns you might have about your health, your body, your immune system, your exercise regime. You know, please feel free to email me, find me on social media, you know, follow me, reach out. I'm very susceptible to answering and letting you know what my journey's been in the fitness industry, and how, you know, what I eat, anything, whatever you want to know. Just
whatever you want to know. She's available. All right.
I'll do a holy night.
Nice little swig of tea. And Bobby says, I do believe it.
Okay, this is gonna be. Let's see. If it's too loud, just let me know. I'll lower the. I'll play tech director while I sing.
Bobby Horowitz, I do believe it will increase love on this planet. I agree.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
Connected to iPad there 2020.
Long lay the world.
You know what? I'm gonna start it over.
Yeah, that was just the warm up. You were just testing your vocal cords.
I didn't have the speaker on, and you probably were gonna be like, I can't hear it. Okay, here we go. Take two.
Take two. Much better.
Yeah.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and never finding, till he appears and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Truly, he taught us to love gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine,
Really beautiful, really beautiful. Bravo, bravo. Spectacular rendition, my friend Pamela Perkle, who is in Florida this evening. Love this song, and Dawn is doing it beautifully. And a lot of levity coming in here. Kathleen in New York City says, beautiful claps and prayers. And Wozniak is saying, my favorite, my lullaby for tonight. Thank you. Merry Christmas and many blessings in the new year. Maureen, this song makes me cry every single time, and you sang it so beautifully. Thank you for the gift of your beautiful voice, Dawn. Jen Miller is here. Good to see you, Jen. Carla is here. Bravo. Claps, claps, claps. And Kathy is here as well. And Jen Miller was clapping. Kathy Schwartz is claps and hearts and bravo. Beautiful from Kathleen in New York City. Love this song. Oh, Bobby, that was such a beautiful version of my favorite Christmas song. Really, really love this. This is nice, these comments coming in here. And there's a bunch more. Thank you, Dawn. Willie in the Netherlands. Claps and tulips from Holland coming your way. Bernadette says lovely, which is really, really nice. Bobby says, this song says it to me. It also shows that two of the religions on earth that are really the same, Jesus and Mary, were Jewish. He was able to see the whole of things. Yeah. Pamela Perkle, beautiful. Goosebumps from Juanita in South Africa. Jen says, sounds so beautiful. Jill Jason says, beautiful and heartfelt. And Bernadette says, Oh Holy Night is my favorite Christmas hymn. Mary Bishop says, beautiful Dawn. And Jen claps and hearts as well. Really beautifully done. Now, you also have the guitar there, and you wanted to share an original, right?
Sure. Yes, I will. This is a nice one. I think all your lovelies are going to really like this song.
Christine Clifton says, brilliantly sung. So divine, oh holy night brings us goosebumps. Christine in North Carolina as well. Nice stuff. Nice levity coming tonight in the holiday season, right?
It's so great. You have such amazing fans, and they're all over the world. I'm just so great. And thank you so much for having me. This has been awesome.
And my pleasure. And you've been watching the shows too, which I really appreciate as a viewer. And the other day you were commenting, and it was awesome.
I was up against here. Yeah, no, but I think my message for everyone, for my fellow musicians out there and other singers, and I push this a lot on social media. I don't say push is the right word, but I share it a lot on social media. Share it a lot. Is that we have to, sharing is caring. Like, we have to share our music So, you know, I went on to Luke's page and I liked his stuff, and his songs were great the other night. And obviously I love Celia Burke. I mean, her song that she just put out, that A Simple Prayer, makes me cry. It's just
Beautiful.
gorgeous. And, you know, so I'm kind of like just naturally a very big hearted, generous person who is always like plugging other people. And I think, you know, we can't do it alone. And it's important, especially now, to make our community stronger and bigger and louder. And I think since we don't have the venues to do that, the best way to do that is YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all that. So I hope all you lovities follow me, and I hope that you enjoy my music and you know, my message, I guess. And we have to do that for the other musicians too. So I try to support as much as I can. So.
That's right. One supporting the other, all of us together in our various genres of life. I think we're all about that here, inspiring others and positivity. Like we say, light, love, and levity here on the show. And we're doing that tonight. That's for sure. Tell us about the song you have coming up. That's an original. That's really exciting.
This is an original. This is an old song. I wrote it for my best friend. I didn't know he was my best friend at the time. And he's going to be actually up here joining us for Christmas. His name is Jason Reif. He's also an amazing singer, performer, teacher, choreographer, director, everything. He's also a yoga instructor too. And we met while we worked on NCL cruise ship experience years and years and years ago. And I wrote this for him for his birthday. He just had his birthday. Actually, ironically, my best friend and my boyfriend have the same birthday, which is December 18th.
Wow.
So the three of us celebrated last weekend. So this is called Circling to Saturn. And actually, I love astrology. My first cabaret show was called Shooting My Arrow, and this song was in it. And it was all about the people that I knew in my life and what their sign was and how it was kind of a guide to me. And I know the other night that obviously we just celebrated the winter solstice, but also Jupiter and Saturn were the closest they've ever been in like 800 years. So
unbelievable.
If you got to see that, it was too cold for me to go outside. I was like, I have an app on my phone and I was like holding it up like, okay, there it is.
That's right. Yeah. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah. So you'll hear a lot of astrology references in this song, but I think the levities are really going to like the chorus because it's really about friendship, and it's about, I'm going to take my bracelets off because sometimes they make noise. And it's really about community and being, you know, glad to be here. So this is called,
and we're glad you are here.
Thank you, Jim. This is called Circling to Saturn.
Okay.
Souls touching souls. To come to terms with it might confuse you a bit. Woman and man, chemistry's a miss, but that's not what this is. We're cosmic twins, voicing violins. Signs in the stars, aligned with Neptune, tell us who we are. Would you like to know your horoscope? Love, health, success, fortune, what do you hope for? So make a wish in this temporary bliss that I'm so glad you're here. Smile at a glance, what becomes circumstance, just a wink and a prayer. Play on the stage, we're becoming of age. Guidance for life. If you walked a straight line, I'd become your wife. But you get it all right. I hope to find a man who can handle the woman I am. Oh, maybe I'm too hard. You listen to all my scars, and I'm so glad you're here. Smile at a glance, what becomes circumstance? Just a wink and a prayer. Play on the stage, we're becoming of age. Unpack for 6 months and set up your camp. The songs that were paid for will start sounding like a vamp. But if there is one thing that I'll cherish till the end, it's that today I celebrate my friend with you. Magically grow, you're so in my head. How could I have known? Circling to Saturn, I've realized that the mirror has turned with shooting stars to catch. I see I've met my match, and I'm so glad you're here. Smile at a glance, what becomes circumstance? Just a wink and a prayer. Play on the stage, we're becoming of age. Yes, I'm so glad you're all here. What would I do if you weren't you? Just a wink, and I'll pray for you as we sing our songs on this sea of blue.
That is really nice, my friend. That is really beautiful. Tell us about that some more and what inspired you to write that.
Well, Jason is my cosmic twin, and we're like Will and Grace, and
Sure.
we worked on Norwegian cruise lines together. We sang opposite each other. And when we met in 2004, 2004, which is when I wrote that.
Unbelievable. That was just 10 minutes ago, wasn't it? 2004 flew by fast.
It's kind of funny. Like, I have the song I have it recorded and I have it like printed on real music, but I still use like my original, like where I wrote it, like my original book of, scratch. And it says here, I started the song December 5th, 2004, and I finished it on the 16th. So I wrote it really quick. I mean, he inspired me to write it. And I was writing a lot at the time. I think that's, songwriting is hard and it doesn't come easy to me. Sometimes it does, but I have a couple songs that I've written that I wrote in like an hour. And then I have songs that took me like 3 years. Like the Ode to Cape Cod took me like a year to write. So it just depends on the inspiration. And then you have to kind of get out of your head too, because after you've written a couple songs, you're like, oh God, this sounds like the other one. And, this is the same chords. And, so yeah, I used to joke that like I've been playing the guitar like poorly since I was 19. But if I can hold my own with Sean Harkness, and I can, and he hasn't rolled his eyes at me. I think I'm okay.
Absolutely.
Kalo, actually, Peter Kalo played in my last show, The House That Built Me, and in that show I did a Judy Collins song, Someday Soon. I started the show with The House That Built Me, which is by Miranda Lambert, and everyone thinks I wrote it. It's so funny because it was so perfect for the show. It was like literally the most perfect opening song for that show. And then I was like, well, that's the title, The House That Built Me. So doing things like this, or when I do a show, I always try to challenge myself. And I put at least 2 or 3 songs in the show where I have to play the guitar.
Really nice. Do you play other instruments as well, Dawn?
I played piano a little bit, in high school and college, but it was, for me, it was one of those instruments that if I didn't practice.
Yeah.
And I have a keyboard here, but yeah. And I even wrote a couple songs on piano, but I'm like, what were those?
Yeah. Just want to show you some of the lovity coming in here as well from our lovely international audience, which we think is absolutely spectacular. Good to see everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody that's watching all around the world. Not everybody that watches comments. Not everybody watches live. They'll watch it, in the archives. You can see this episode and all 40 weeks, over 220 episodes of the Jim Masters Show live on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. We've been doing this for some 40 weeks, day after day, night after night, sometimes 2 shows a day, balancing this with my professional work. It's been a labor of love, continuing to do it. And we've got a jam-packed 2021 that's going to be exciting. We look forward to that. And here are more lovely comments coming in. Feliz Navidad, Isigari. Isigari happens to be she's one of our lovely viewers watching in Barcelona, Spain right now. We love her. Merry Christmas, friends. And to you as well, Issy. Thanks for joining us. Feliz Navidad from Carla in Brazil, watching in South America as well. And everybody's wishing everybody the same thing, which is beautiful. Pamela says, Dawn, you're very talented. Maybe they need to worry about holding their own with you. Pamela's wonderful.
Them for their money, some of them, yeah.
So touching from Jen Miller. Perfectly splendid from Juanita. Excellent. Happy Christmas to you and yours, Dawn, from Bernadette. Clapping ovations from Kathleen in New York City. Wonderful song, Dawn, from Mary Bishop. You should be proud, Mary in Proud Mary in I think there's a song in there somewhere. Mary in Florida. Jill Jason, your beautiful song is filled with love. Isigari in Barcelona, Spain, saying fantastic, bravo. Merry Christmas, Dawn, from Tess. Merry Christmas, Jim and Lovities, you too as well, Jen. And Tess, thank you. And Mary, thank you. And Bobby Horowitz, thank you. Merry Christmas. And Issy in Barcelona, Spain. Merry Christmas to everybody as well. Really, really filled with levity here tonight. Feliz Navidad as well. And really beautiful, when you get these comments from everybody. And I know you like that. You like to feed off the energy of the audience and sort of give it back, right? You give it back. And
my cheeks hurt from smiling so much.
I know.
Yeah, we miss our audiences a lot. And I've done a couple of these Facebook Live shows, and it's different, but I miss the people. I miss walking up on stage and having that moment where you just feel the energy in the room. It's like you're just transported to another place. And I mean, actually, it's almost like time stands still, I think, when you perform live,
Mm-hmm. And thank you, Dawn and Jim, for an amazing evening. I have to say goodnight, wishing all a very Merry Christmas. Be safe and well. Enjoy the holidays. You as well. A blessed Merry Christmas to you and your family, Anne. And thanks for being with us throughout the year as well. What are some of the things, along the way for you, Dawn, that inspire you? I always like to ask to find out the blessings behind the scenes, the joys, the things that spark your passion and your enthusiasm to want to continue to create for the greater good of all of us?
I feel like, my voice is, it's almost like there's so much history in music. There's so much that's already come before us that I kind of like to bring some of those time capsules into the present day and see how it feels like putting that on, like the 40s stuff and the Edie Gourmet stuff, I think just music inspires me. It depends. Like I'm thinking of all the different, it's like, it could be like an opera aria. It could be, like I mentioned, I love Sarah McLachlan. Like, there's so many different genres. There's some great pop music. There's some great artists out there today that I'm like, wow, these are just incredible. So I think when I put on music, depending on whatever the playlist is, it inspires me. And, the recent show that I did in October here in our backyard, which was called Backyard Troubadours, and that will be actually on my YouTube channel in the new year, like shortly after the new year starts. I'm going to get that up, and I'm probably going to stream it. We came up with that show so quick. I thought of the idea. I was like, why don't we kind of celebrate the music and the musicians who all came out of the Troubadour in West Hollywood? I mean, it's like right now we don't have a venue. Let's celebrate and honor one of the biggest venues of all time. That brought us so many artists from, Elton John and Carole King and James Taylor and, Guns N' Roses and No Doubt even, it's like, it's incredible. So that show was fun for me, again, to dive into like the 70s soft rock and, some of that kind of singer-songwriter style. I think because I'm an actress too, that I really like to take on these different types of female empowering, these singer-songwriters and artists, whether they're pop or jazz artists or opera, and play their kind of bring a Dawn Derow flavor to it, but play their character a little bit, and see what it's like to kind of be in their shoes. And there's, it's just endless. There's so much out there that I have no fear of like getting bored or not being inspired to create something. And I tell my boyfriend that all the time. I'm like, honey, as long as I'm creating, I'm fine. Like I can go anywhere, like whatever, So,
that's the main thing, is the continued opportunity to be able to create, regardless the venue. Like I was saying earlier, that this show that we do, this entertainment lifestyle talk show series here, I started about 40 weeks ago. And people for years asked me to do something like this. Even colleagues that I work with in television and radio said, Jim, you should come up with something like this. And just happened to, like late April, May, bring in the television equipment. We built the home studio here on the coast and threw on the cameras. And I just started talking to the camera, and all of a sudden, as a host, and then as I do professionally, and then people started just catching it on YouTube and Facebook and everything else and saying, oh my God. And they just started chiming in, and we created this whole Loverty community. And then guests started wanting to come on, and this one was telling this one, and people watching, like you watched the other day, and then we were having you come on. And it's been absolutely a blessing and a joy, and continues to be as I'm balancing it with my professional work as well. What we're doing, I think, is also, many have said, we're bringing back the lost art of conversation. Sort of like you're talking a lot about some of the old school, really good music. We're sort of doing that here with this, bringing back talk show stuff that you don't see anymore, really.
I mean, if I could give you a compliment, this is kind of reminding me of like Steve Allen's music show. So kudos to you, because it is. It's a little bit like, remember he had that music room or whatever.
Right.
And I was researching it for the Edie Gourmet, and I'm a huge, I love Bill Maher. I love his show all the time. And I was surprised to see a very young Bill Maher as the announcer on that show.
That's right. A lot of that is what happens, right? And then they end up getting their own sort of, I mean, Conan O'Brien used to write for The Simpsons before he had his show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really amazing. So, and people have said this has a little bit of a, because we talk about so many different topics on this show, comedy and food and inspiring people, authors, science, health, wellness, music, television, film, the whole bit, like a talk show that Steve Allen would have done, or Johnny Carson, or Dick Cavett, Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas, blended in with the modern sensibilities and cool modern vibe of today, sort of taking the two worlds and blending them together here on the show. And it's just been extraordinary. So people have asked, are you going to continue doing it, you know, into New Year or once hopefully COVID sort of subsides? Sure. And you know how it is, as long as the audiences keep coming back and people are getting something from it, they're being inspired and enriched. Absolutely. We'll find a way, even with the crazy professional schedule, we'll always find a way to
I know
do it.
Quite busy. That's amazing.
It's like I still have yet to eat dinner too, so we will do that. I always, you know, the schedule is always crazy. I'm always used to all of that. But what good childhood memories do you have of Christmas for you with your family? Are there one or two that stand out for you, Dawn, as we are celebrating the holidays now?
Well, I come from, you know, I'm an Italian Polish family. And, you know, like I said, we love singing Christmas carols. And, you know, when the family would come, we used to do like the Yankee swap thing, you know, or the white elephant, depending on where you're from. And that was always fun. We would do that with other families, or if we had families traveling from New Jersey or Baltimore up to the Cape, you know, we would do the whole Yankee swap thing, which was fun. And, you know, and then there's always some kind of like, you know, throw on some Italian mob hits, and we're always dancing around the living room and singing with Frank Sinatra or Christmas songs or whatever. And I think when I was really little, you know, my brother and I had a really nice backyard. Our house was situated right on a cul-de-sac, but also behind our house was the bike trail. So when it was snowing, I mean, we went outside and made snowmen and we went sledding. I mean, John and I were just talking about those red saucers, those sleds that would go so crazy fast.
Remember those?
Yeah.
And if you were in the path of one of those, you better jump far as it's coming down towards you.
Our neighbors had one, and I was always like scared to be on it because we had like, I think it was like a hand-me-down from my grandfather. We had like the metal ones with the wood slats, and you could like steer it with your feet. With
the sled. Yeah, the sled.
The real sled. Yeah.
The wood sled. Yeah.
Wooden sled with so, and if it wasn't slick already, you were just like like pushing along. I don't know, I mean, opening presents. I remember one year, I think when I was like 11, I got the song selection book to Les Miserables.
Very nice.
Talk about part of my journey. That was like, I think I didn't open the rest of my presents.
That was the one. Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, I can sing on my own now, you know.
That is funny.
Yeah, and I love to cook and I love to bake. I'm a pie baker. It's like one of my hobbies. And
what's your specialty pie?
I have a little pie website because I used to sell them in New York, but
oh really?
I don't really anymore. But yeah, it's called Pie Theory by Dawn. And my theory is that I make healthy and delicious pies, and I don't really put any sugar in them, except for if it's a crumble topping. But I try. I do mostly gluten-free. I am gluten-free. I do cheat sometimes, but if I cheat like more than once, I can feel it in my body. It shows up. So I try to be gluten-free, and you know, I love to make apple, cranberry, walnut pie. That's one of my favorites, and I call that the the New York Cape Codder.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I have a big apple pie, which I do with apples and pears. And
This is a foodie audience here, so they're getting excited listening. They love food.
And then my pumpkin pie, I call Pump It Up Pumpkin, because I put protein powder, vanilla protein powder in it. And then I put like flaxseed, ground flaxseed in it. So it's like a healthy pie. I mean, you could literally eat that pumpkin pie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That is cool. Really, really nice. Wow. So you're the pie person. I love pie too. I actually like pie more than cake. I've always just liked pie, you know, the crust and the whole, yeah. Because I'm not somebody has to have everything overly sweet. I don't like super sweet frostings and super sweet. If I have ice cream, you know, just plain vanilla is good for me. And usually I get the frozen yogurt type. I won't get like the full thing unless it's a treat or something. We go to Carvel or some special place, you know, that. But I don't top it with all these things that take away from the vanilla. I'll just a couple scoops of vanilla and I'm pretty good. Same thing with pies. Like if you have a good blueberry pie or something like that, I am just good.
Actually, that's another one that I really like is a 4-berry pie. I like to make that one too.
What's in that again? I've heard about that.
Raspberry, blackberry, strawberry. That's so yummy. And what I do is I cook the fruit first. And I use tapioca instead of cornstarch to thicken it. And I love it.
Yeah. You've covered 2 things so far. The pet, you've had a pet come into the shot. Now it's food. Now all you need is some little child to come in and jump on your lap, and it's the trifecta.
My fur baby is my child.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if it's a neighbor kid that bursts in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love food here. They go, love pumpkin pie. That sounds good.
And my apple pie, I when I cook the apples on the stove first, I add a little Grand Marnier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now
don't add sugar. I mean,
sugar is sugar's the big thing for you, right? You really watch the sugar, because the sugar, I mean, raises cholesterol. It turns into fat. There's so many, I mean, it tastes terrific. So many people grew up on these sugary cereals and all these things back then, but sugar really can be a problem, right?
Yeah, I mean, I limit my show. We should do a whole show just on food.
Yeah. We have, and we'll have you come back. We did a host chat foodie festival
in my kitchen, and I can make something.
We did a 2.5-hour show that was only supposed to be an hour. These shows, when I started the Gym Master Show live, the aim, which, you know, a normal everyday, because we treat this not as a podcast or a stream. I really produce it with my background as a television show. Yeah. So it's got that flavor of a real television show. It's just happened to be online right now. And so one of the things I said was, okay, you know, when I launch this thing, we'll do an hour. You know, an hour is a lot of people's time. And, you know, by an hour, they'll probably be good and want to move on to other things. This has been, it's gone, like you and I, 2 hours and 20 minutes we're chatting, but it doesn't feel like that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be over soon.
It just, no, that's what, and everybody says, I want to come back. And we have a standby list of people who've been on who say, if anybody gets sick or they can't hop on when they were supposed to, call me and I'll be a replacement guest. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, put me on that list. Yeah,
absolutely. And when we do food, we'll have you come back, because we did. That was supposed to be. I just popped on like a pop on, and it was supposed to be maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I figured that would be good, right? And I made a whole dinner, and we were having dinner together, and it ended up to be 2.5 hours talking about food and all these recipes people had and everything else. Like Pamela, I use amaretto in my apple pie.
Ooh, girl, I'm taking that one.
She's speaking your language, huh?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Amaretto. Isn't that good?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to remember that one.
So what other specialties food-wise? Do you like to cook as well as
I
bake?
do. And actually, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I do have my pie video on there. And then I also have my turkey meatballs, my mini turkey meatballs.
Oh, that
Super
sounds
easy to make, and they're super yummy. And I make them gluten-free. And, you know, I use all like healthy ingredients. And I love turkey meatballs because it's a great thing to make and then put it in a container. You know, you eat it for dinner that night, but then put it in a container and then you have it. So the next day,
you've got it for the
you
right.
got 3 or 4. There's your protein for your lunch. You know, you can eat them for dinner. If you have someone over and you're like, oh my God, I need to, I mean, no one's just coming over these days, but you know what I mean?
Right.
If you need, you know, like, oh, an appetizer, stick some toothpicks in it. And then you've got, you know, so yeah, I like those. Oh gosh, I don't know.
See what Bernadette does? She puts Grand Marnier in chocolate mousse during prep.
Ooh, I've never made chocolate mousse. Huh.
That sounds really good about now, doesn't it?
I have a whole, like I use this app, All Recipes now, and it's just filling up with favorites. And like over the summer, I found this really good recipe for this watermelon salad with cucumbers and feta cheese and olives. It's so good. I've made it a bunch of times. Actually, Michael Stever loves that one. He was here for 4th of July and he was like, this is amazing.
That sounds awesome. That sounds really, really good. Now everybody's stomachs are rumbling as we're talking about the food. Really, really nice. Bobby says, Dawn is a very bright and talented and human. She's also a beauty in my eyes. And yeah, have a very Merry Christmas. Was a happy, healthy New Year. We love that. What wish do you have for the upcoming Christmas and New Year that's approaching, Dawn?
Oh my gosh.
Probably a lot of things, I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, for myself personally, or like for the world?
For you and maybe the world at large as well.
I mean, I think what you said about empathy, I think we all need to be a little kinder to each other and listen more. And actually, when I was watching your show the other night, I thought, God, Jim is so good at just listening. And I think that we need to listen more. Like I was thinking that during the 2x2 when you had those folks on. Yeah, I think there's been so much noise and chaos and, you know, it's like the spin zone needs to slow down a little bit. So that would be my overall goal and hope for this country is just a little bit more inclusivity, you know, just take a breath before freaking out and responding to something and maybe listen. And here's something that's been coming up for me a lot lately. And my boyfriend and I were just talking about this last night is you never know what a person's going through. You just never know. You don't know if they are like on the verge of suicide. You don't know if they've just lost their wife. You don't know if they lost their job and have like $10 left in their bank account. You just don't know. And I think when we approach people, community, that we really need to open our ears and just open our arms and our hearts and have empathy for whoever we're talking to or whoever's in front of us, you know? So that's my wish.
It's a beautiful one too.
Yeah, thanks.
And good health for everybody too. Good health.
Yeah, that's my other big one. You know, this country is at a 45% obesity rate. And I think that you know, I really wish with COVID, I'm going to get a little bit on a soapbox right now, but, you know, I wish that we would talk about the main issue, which is the health and the food industry and what we're eating and why our immune systems aren't healthy. Because, you know, what's going on in our gut, you know, why does one person get sick and one person doesn't? Why do certain people get COVID and certain people don't, or they're not affected by it? And I know there's a lot of unknown with this virus, but I think that at the end of the day, we should really start looking deeper into that, and asking those questions and fixing the root of the issue, which is our physical atomical health. It doesn't matter if you're sick, your job, it doesn't matter if your body is not functioning to go, what's the point of a job if you can't physically be comfortable, or if you're in pain, or if you have so much inflammation. And I know a lot of things are not they stem from years and years and years. I have a lot of clients. I have a lot of older clients that are, baby boomers, and that have arthritis, or that have these autoimmune diseases. So I'm not saying that it's easy to fix, but I always try to offer things for people to try. I'm always like, well, try this or try that. Or how about, can you just take a bath for 3 days a week? Do you have a bathtub? And get some Epsom salts, because Epsom salts provides magnesium, and then you have the magnesium that reduces your inflammation, and you're going to sleep better, and then sleep is recovery. So, it's like a whole other big conversation, but
it's very true. It's very true.
But I think that that's my wish for 2021 is.
Do you meditate also?
I do. I not as much as I should, but I do a little. Yeah. Because I have a couple clients that are online that, were able to move online with me, which is great. And I do also, I'm a Thai massage therapist, and I do body work. So there's a couple of clients that I still will see in person, but only 5. And they, they have to be comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with it, but yeah, I forgot what your question was. Yeah. So I have clients, and I try to offer them
meditation. Yeah. Yourself.
Yeah. I try to do breathing exercises with them. We start, I have a stretch class that I offer, and listen, if any of you lovedies want to join my stretch class, it's $12 a person. It's you jump on my Zoom, you Venmo me or PayPal me your money, and I have most of them are all over 60, and we just do a basic stretch class head to toe. And I have right now about 9 people in my class, and it started with just Sunday, and I just promoted it on Instagram through clients that I used to have on Cape Cod, clients that I had in Boston, people that I knew, I literally have people in Brooklyn, Cape Cod, Boston, New York that join. I have someone in South Carolina, and they jump on, and they're so thankful for it. They loved it so much. So I think we started it in April, and then in August, they were like, can we do 2 times a week? And I'm like, sure. So we do it Wednesdays and Sundays, either at 11 or 12 o'clock. And it's literally a head to toe stretch class. And they've improved so much, they feel better after it. If they have hip pain, which, one of my clients is about to have a hip replacement. And, she's so thankful, because she's like, this has helped so much. And I just keep telling her, please don't miss, she has only a month before the surgery now. And I'm like, it's really important right now for you to get strong before that surgery takes place, So I have a lot of clients where I do pre and post rehab, knee surgery, hip replacement. I'm pretty well versed in that. Just, just like my musical toolbox, my fitness toolbox is chock full of a lot of different things, so.
Absolutely.
Which is 12 years now, and I love it. And you asked me what inspires me as a singer. I mean, one of the things that inspires me daily is just making people feel better. I do that both in my singing and both with fitness, stretching, mobility, health, exercise, weight training, whatever it is. So I'm really lucky that I get to do my two loves and the two things that I enjoy the most.
Which is beautiful, And I just want to show a little bit more of that. We've got some great photos here. Where was this?
That was for The House That Built Me, the Father's Day show that I kind of, the homage to my dad and all that. That was a great show. That was at the Laurie Beachman, and that was Matt Baker. Yep, there's Matt Baker. We were singing People Will Say We're in Love there.
That's fantastic. Really, really terrific.
That was fun. And we had Steve Doyle on bass and Peter Kalo on guitar. Oh, that's the Dolly Parton show. That's with that was the last performance in New York City on March 13th.
Before everything. Yeah.
I sang Heartbreak Express, which is a fun one.
It's a great shot there too. That one there.
Yeah. Yep, that was. And that's at the Bistro Awards. I have a Bistro Award for my legit show, for my opera show. But that was 2018. I had just won the MAC Award, but Jeff, who's on my left, he won a Bistro for Best Director. So he had myself and Ian Herman, who's on my right. We did a segment from My Ship, Songs from 1941, in honor of his directing, capabilities. So and there's My Ship. I love that photo. And actually, I wanted to show everyone that.
That's a cool one. Look at that, huh?
That's my Carmen Miranda. So if you were, and then there we are recording. That was in September.
With all the masks and everything, absolutely.
How cool that studio is. He built that all by his hand. That's David is on my right. That's his studio, and he built that entire studio.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So the picture from My Ship is also in this fabulous book that I wrote a chapter for. And if you want to learn more about cabaret singing, and that's Jeff Harner on the cover, and David Sabella and Sue Matsuki asked me to contribute a chapter on legit singing and crossover, and what it means to kind of go from being a legit singer and then doing all these different styles. And there is the picture, which I just love. It came out so great. And that talks about my journey too, and on page 101. But I love it because I'm also right in the middle of Michael Feinstein's chapter and Ann Hampton Callaway. So that's pretty cool.
We haven't had Michael as a guest yet, but we have had Anne, and she was fantastic. And there's that shot again, right?
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Very beautiful, special night as well. Absolutely.
That picture was taken by Sean Harkness's wife, Takako Harkness, who's also an amazing photographer and has done a lot of my photos. Oh yeah, that's great. That picture was by Rose Billings. Do you know Rose Billings?
Sure, yeah.
Who does not know Rose Billings? Yes. So that was after The House That Built Me, which Jeff also directed. So now Jeff has directed 3 of my shows. Well, the Gourmet show, which no one's seen yet, but he directed that too. So yes.
New Year's Eve.
That was New Year's Eve last year. And that's on the Cape in Chatham at First Night. And I did that the last 2 New Year's Eves. I performed. I had a gig there. And there's me with Maddie in our yard in front of our greenhouse. Yeah.
And I bet, when you're having an opportunity to do these things and the joy and the blessing that it continues to bring you, Dawn, there are times when it really makes you feel as though, I guess it makes you feel like you're sort of head over heels, right?
Good one. Yeah. Or just like you're a kid, there's a kid inside
That's all right.
And
That's
he's with me always.
that's
I'm
this
always, I'm always monkeying around.
that's right.
I love the monkeys, so I am a monkey.
Exactly. Enjoying life and all of its treasures, and including this as well. Again, this latest. And where can people find this again, my friend?
You can find that on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, CD Baby, YouTube, and the video is on my YouTube channel. And yeah, follow me. And
Do you have a website?
yep, DawnDerow.com. Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. This was really spectacular. We've almost chatted for some 3 hours, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're just, in each other's living rooms and relaxing and just.
Do some stretching, shoulder rolls.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. Now go stretch those legs.
Yeah.
This was really terrific, my friend. And I want, there you go, right?
This way, so they're near the poinsettias.
Stretch those out, stretch those out. Exactly. And in case you've just joined us late, folks, that'll wake you up. That's it. We shall leave you with that, right? Juanita says, great show. Thank you, Dawn, for your time and sharing your beautiful voice and stories with us. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. From Juanita, still watching late into the wee hours of the dawn now in South Africa. Jen Miller says, perfect. And Isigari, beautiful Isigari in Barcelona, Spain. Beautiful and pretty photos, Dawn, as well. And Bobby Horowitz says, you are great at the massage, Dawn. Here's the chair shot we love. There you go. There you go. That's really, really cute, huh? Lots of levity there.
Maddie, say hi. She's like, well, what's happening? I just woke up. Maddie's a rescue. She's 7 years old, and I rescued her about 2.5 years ago. Here, Maddie, get on the chair. Get on the chair with me.
Very, very nice. And Kathy Short says, fabulous. Thank you, Dawn. Enjoyed listening very much tonight. And Bobby Horowitz says, this was a fabulous talk and meeting. Love all you do, Dawn. I'll need to say night-night. Bobby, thank you very much for being with us. We love you. We love you, Bobby. And what a great show, Dawn and Jim. Thank you. Our pleasure, Jen Miller. Good to have you with us. And thanks for being one of our lovities. Precious puppy, enjoyed this so much. Pamela, thank you very much. Blessings to you and your family for Christmas and for the new year as well. Maureen says, thank you for an evening filled with delightful conversation, beautiful music. Merry Christmas. You as well, Maureen. This really was terrific, epic conversation. Just we like to have that as we bring back the lost art of conversation here on the Jim Master Show Live. Great entertainment. Thanks for sharing your voice as well as your wonderful talents and your positivity, your holiday wishes, singing live for us as well, putting us in the holiday spirit. Of course, all these wonderful clips and the photos. Best of luck with everything that you're doing. I hope that the show, you've watched it as a viewer, you were commenting as a lovity, now you're a guest on the show. We're going to keep the light open and the porch light on for you. You're welcome back anytime, my friend, to come on as a guest. And I hope the show met your expectations and you enjoyed your time with me as much as I have with you.
Yes, I did. And when's your next show? I know you're taking a little bit of a break, but
we'll probably do some sort of, we're not going to do a structured show probably maybe until January, but we're going to be doing a couple of pop-up shows, probably do a little quick thing on Christmas Eve, maybe a little bit on Christmas Day, and then maybe something during the middle of the week to check in, and then probably around New Year's.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, I will definitely be tuning in.
Thank you very much.
Follow you, and I have you on all my social media outlets as well.
We know where to find each other.
Yes.
This has been so great. I feel so honored to be welcomed into your Levity community and just filled with love tonight. So thank you for having me and sharing my story. It's been
Oh,
great.
it was our pleasure to be able to do that, and we toast you. My glass got empty. How did that happen?
Well,
This
I
was,
don't have a real drink now, but
but this I don't understand. I'm just talking to you. How did that get empty? I don't know what happened there, but I do know what happens. You know what happens? I got to remember not to put the glass always to the left of me, and there's a reason why. Because I think there's somebody here on set that siphons my glass while I'm talking to the guest. And you know who it is?
George.
It's Sly George. And that little cigar he's got there, I think he presses a button that extends to a straw and he just sucks up whatever, because I end up with an empty glass. Right, George? Yeah, right. So, hey, well, as long as you enjoyed it, George, I'm not going to argue with God, considering you played God in the movie. But this was amazing, my friend. Couple more comments coming in from the Lovities. Precious Puppy, enjoyed this so much. Tesla Bella, thank you for another wonderful evening, Jim and Dawn. Here's to the best holiday ever. Much love, Tess. You as well, Tess. We appreciate you being here as well. You have a very Merry Christmas. You and your family, all the very best. Let's stay in touch, Dawn. You're welcome back anytime. And we will definitely see you in the new year.
Yes, thanks, Jim. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Mwah. Stay safe, everyone. And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Best of luck with everything, and we'll see you again soon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Our wonderful guest, Dawn Derow. Didn't you love her? Absolutely. And maybe you were introduced to her for the very first time. She's been doing this for a long time, but maybe this was the first time, and I'm happy about that. Again, check her out online at all the usual places. You got a chance to hear some of her wonderful stories, her inspiration, her family upbringing, a little of everything. We always try to sprinkle a little of everything so you get a good sense of who the guest is and what their passions are and what inspires them to do what they do. As I've shared, many times on this show, some of the things that inspire me to do what I do here for all of you. This really was fantastic. We thank Dawn for sharing all this time with us. Almost, 2 hours and 44 minutes. I mean, where will you find a show online that's like that, unless it's a major concert or a telethon? People keep telling me to enter these shows into some sort of online competition or some sort of Guinness record for length of shows and everything that we have content wise. And I think it's a really cool idea. You guys came up with that. So we want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas, everybody. We hope you have a beautiful holiday. We are pretty much wrapped with our shows for now. We're going to be going on a holiday break to spend some time with our family for Christmas and the new year. However, I will be doing some pop-up shows. We'll probably do a pop-up show tomorrow. So nothing structured like this is, with all these photos and videos and structured and everything. It'll be us and maybe a surprise or two as well. Food and a lot of other, I don't want to say too much, but a couple of surprises too. We also have several packages that have been sent our way from some of our Levity viewers. And I have a couple more I got to pick up at the post office tomorrow. So Christmas Eve morning, as we're finishing wrapping gifts and all the other things that we do with our family, we're going to head to the post office before they close. I think they're open till noon. So we got to get there early in the morning and get those remaining packages. You guys have sent some really beautiful things. There's a big box over here from Mary Bishop that I have yet to open. I'm going to open it on, either tomorrow, Christmas Eve, or maybe we'll do it Christmas morning. And then I'll do something quick on Christmas Day just to greet all of you and see how your day is going. So we're wrapping our shows for now. But we will be, because it is Christmas and we're on vacation. We want to spend some time with it. We've been working really hard this year, and we want to spend some time with the family and enjoy this most joyous of holidays for us. So in the new year, we're going to have some cool things we're going to do closer to New Year's. We're going to do a special New Year's show with some special people, and hope you will be here. We'll keep you posted. We don't have anything specifically scheduled yet So just check our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV for the events schedule. When we do a pop-up show, we're going to pop up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have fun now going forward to the new year with a couple of pop-up shows sprinkled in, because I realize you guys are going to be busy with your family and with your, holiday moments. You're going to want to relax and enjoy the time that you have. So we'll be spending time with ours as well. So again, we won't be here at our traditional times during the next, say, week and a half from Christmas Eve through New Year's, but we are going to do a special New Year's weekend show. So look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun as we say bye-bye to 2020 and we welcome 2021 in style. We'll be doing that. And I'll probably be back here tomorrow and I'll pop in. I'll let you know what time that'll be. We don't have, again, anything structured because it's Christmas Eve and we want to spend some relaxing, time with the family on Christmas Eve. So we might do something in the afternoon to greet all of you and to share some surprises as well. So we'll be around to chime in and check in and continue to share the holidays with you. We certainly hope you've enjoyed all these great holiday themed shows that we've put together with all of our very special guests and all the time that we've had together. This has been a glorious experience from the beginning of May, late April till now. Much more coming your way. We've got an amazing 2021 already in gear. January is pretty much booked every day with phenomenal guests from all walks of life. And now it's time to spend some time to relax, to breathe, the things that I always tell everybody to do, right? To relax, to breathe from the diaphragm, to love one another, and to love yourself. We say this at the end of every episode of the Jim Masters Show live broadcast entertainment lifestyle talk show series, to relax and breathe. And that's what we're going to be doing the next several days on vacation with the family. And we wish you, again, all the beauty and joys of the holiday season and a wonderful new year. So again, look for us. We will be around. We will be doing some cool pop-up shows. And I know you guys love the pop-up shows where we can chat together. We've had spectacular guests on. New Year's Eve, we're going to have some surprises for you, or that New Year's weekend. So keep abreast. Take a look at the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV for updates. Also updates on our Instagram page, Twitter, and then the events page on our Facebook page, which is Jim Masters TV. Keep checking the Facebook page. We will have, if we're going to do pop-up shows, and you'll all be involved as well, we're going to do some on-location shows as well. But again, they're not going to be structured shows at the set time that we've been doing just for this week and a half because it's Christmas. So we're going to spend some time with family and friends. But again, this has really been a blessing. One of the blessings of 2020 is the creation of this broadcast series, this talk show series, and having all of you and all these wonderful guests grace our airwaves here. And thanks for all the compliments on our very festive holiday set that we've created here. We'll still have it all through. We may even have it through the first week of January. We'll keep the festivities going, right? So again, we will be taking some time off to celebrate Christmas and New Year's with our loved ones. However, we will be doing some pop-up shows every now and then to check in and have some more holiday merriment and levity together with all of you. So keep abreast. We'll announce those on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV and also on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, we would love it if you do. Now, for those of you who love sometimes when we see shots where the guest leaves the room and you see the chair, here's a chair shot for you. There's the chair right there. We always have chair shots on our show, and that's a beautiful chair, isn't it? I think every episode almost we end up seeing an empty chair. So there is your official chair shot from Dawn's boyfriend's house there in upstate New York. You got your chair shot in. That's becoming a claim to fame here on the Jim Masters Show Live, these chair shots. Let's take a look at some of the wonderful levity that's coming in here. Love it. Me too. And Jen Miller says, happy holidays, loveties. Juanita, thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Jim, and all lovelies. Stay safe and well, everyone. Love you all. We love you as well. Danilo is here. Sounds good. Happy holidays, all lovelies. Love you all, Danilo in San Diego. Wonderful having you with us here. We've all met each other for the first time, a lot of the lovelies here on our show. Gracias and gracias. Thank you very much, Issy. Gracias. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you as well, Jen. And Kathleen Walker, have a great night, Jim. You're going to enjoy the homemade goodies I sent. We're going to get that box tomorrow. And should we open it tomorrow or should we wait till Christmas morning? Maybe we'll wait till Christmas morning. And then I'll do a pop-up show, maybe Christmas afternoon. Thank you, Kathleen. A very, very Merry Christmas to you as well. Carla says, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Jim and lovely gang. Miss you all already. I hope you spend some time with your family. I know a lot of us are not necessarily with the families because of all of the, restrictions and travel restrictions and quarantining and all the different craziness that's going on, which is for the good of all of us. But we shall gather soon. And Carla, you in beautiful Brazil, Merry Christmas to you. Juanita, amazing show, Jim. Love Dawn and her music. We'll be definitely following her. Wonderful. And a Merry Christmas to you, Juanita. And thank you, Jim, for another amazing show. You're incredible. We love you. Wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas. XOXO. You too, Jill. A very, very Merry Christmas to you and yours from me and mine. Enjoy your time with family. Thank you very much. You as well, Jen. And Maureen says, Jim, you bring your A game each and every evening. Thank you so much for your hard work. You are loved. Wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Maureen, to you and yours as well. Pamela, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. To you as well, Pamela, you and yours. Bernadette, Jim and lovely friends, we hope you have a happy Christmas. Remember to stay safe and stay well. We'll miss being there. Until next show, Slancha. Keep watch of our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at All at Jim Masters TV to check out when we do a pop-up show. We'll probably do one tomorrow and one quick one on Christmas Day. They won't be lengthy like this, but we'll connect. And anybody who's there at the time, we will have some fun together. Thank you, Jim. Great show. Beautiful music. Thank you, Kathleen. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you as well, Issy. And beautiful Barcelona, Spain. Pamela says, this went by so quickly, didn't it? 2 hours and 54 minutes. It just never seems that long. So I guess that means that we are enjoying ourselves. And that's the key. Thank you for yet another wonderful evening. Jim and Dawn here. So the best holiday ever. Much love, Tess. You as well. You as well. Our wonderful Tess LaBella. And thank you, dear Jim. Thank you, Issy, for watching there late into the hour in Spain. Thank you for all the beautiful hearts and emojis. Merry Christmas to each and every lovely. God bless you all. Open it whenever you like. I wouldn't be able to wait because you know what's in that box. We're going to get it. We're going to get that box at the post office tomorrow. We have the yellow slip. Now we have to get the box. And thank you for that. Got several things to open from you lovelies. Thanks for the cards, everybody. Thanks for the boxes, the treats. You guys are really, really beautiful people. God bless. Love you as well. And that is a fantastic chair, isn't it? It's still there. There's the chair. I know you love that chair, right? I told her that I love that chair too. It's kind of cool, isn't it? There you go. There's your chair. We always end up seeing empty chairs on the show as well. It's kind of cool. Even with Phil Coulter, we ended up seeing an empty chair. But the chair was filled with one of our special guests, which I think was wonderful. Merry Christmas and lovely to you as well. And Christine says, thanks for another holiday show with Dawn. It was fabulous. Merry Christmas to you all. Enjoy some time off from your work. Hopefully you'll be able to catch a pop-up between now and New Year's. That's terrific, Christine. Blessings to you and your family as well. A very Merry Christmas and all the blessings for a beautiful New Year to you and your family as well. And yeah, we'll be doing some pop-up shows, everybody. So keep abreast of our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV and also the YouTube channel to see when those will happen. I'm going to try to, in between celebrating with the family, I'm going to try to squeeze into this home studio and come on and check in, see how everybody's doing, and greet you with some more Jim Masters levity from all of us here. So we'll be connected, not every day during the next week and a half, but don't forget, I'm accessible on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope, Twitch, all at Jim Masters TV. If you want to say hi, feel free. We'll be there on those pages, and we'll pop up here as well from time to time during the holidays to greet all of you in between the celebrating. Thank you very much. We are definitely going to do that now, Bernadette. Your wish is my command. And again, we thank our wonderful guest, Dawn Derow, for joining us here on the show. Don't forget her wonderful new album, or the song. That is absolutely spectacular. I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas from my family and all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live to you and yours. We love all of you. This has been an amazing experience thus far in 2020. We've come a long way with a couple of 100 shows at least, day after day. So we wish you all the blessings of the holiday season from all of us here. And Santa Claus will be knocking. Well, he doesn't knock at your door. He comes down your chimney. So can you imagine if I came down your chimney in this outfit when I was emceeing in New York City, holiday concert? Don't forget to smile, everybody, and share the smile. That's the best kind of contagion, is a smile. Don't forget to share the lovity, as we always say here. That's just a word that developed by accident, and what a word it has become, right? The word lovity has really become paramount this year and on this show. Find your Zen place. Mine, of course, is the ocean. But of course, the ultimate is family and friends. One of my favorite times of the year is right now with Christmas. Love the ocean. And of course, working in my career in television and radio and stage and all the different things I've done all these different years on camera, behind the scenes, and so much more. Little quick preview: Nathan Carter, the English country music star, is coming in January, and so many others. And the wonderful world-renowned Greek tenor, international Greek tenor, Mario Frangoulis, is also going to be joining us here in January as well. And we hope you do as well. So we're going to take some time off. Again, we're not going away. No fear, no worry. We are taking some time off. We're on vacation from my work in television and radio anyway. So we're going to take a little time off here from the Jim Masters Show Live, spend some quality time and loving time with family and friends. And then we're going to do some pop-up shows. I know I keep saying that. Just want to make sure nobody misses those if you are around. If you're not, have a wonderful Christmas, everybody, and a beautiful New Year. We've got a special show we're going to be doing with some wonderful words from some of our lovely guests and our viewers. Quick reminder, if you would like to record a quick video about telling us why you love the Jim Masters Show Live and your experiences, feel free to do something on your phone or send it from your webcam or your computer, whatever it may be, and send it along. Email it to us at jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Send it along. MP4 files are the best if you are able to have it as an MP4 file. Our streaming service and system we use, which is dedicated, prefers that. But we would love to air those, and you'll get a chance to be on the Jim Masters Show Live and express your feelings, what this show means to you, what these experiences have meant to you. We've received several so far from our viewers, our lovelies, and from past guests, some really cool ones. So we really appreciate everybody doing that. So there is still time to do that. We'll be collecting those over the holiday week. So again, if you'd like to record a quick video, and email it to the show at jimmasterstv@gmail.com. We will air those probably over New Year's weekend as we go into 2021 together. So you have some time, feel free. And again, you can email those videos, quick videos. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to build a set that looks like this or a setting that looks like Dawn's. There's the chair. Don't you love that chair? You wish you can go in and grab that chair, right? And you don't have to have settings like ours. We do this kind of work for a living. You could be outside, you could be with your child or your grandmother or your dog, or just with you. You could be creative too. But we are taking submissions of videos, and we're going to include them in a special show on New Year's weekend. So get creative. There's your homework. We would love to see. And again, you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to go get your hair done or whatever, or trim your beard or whatever it may be for the guys out there. Just be creative and send something along if you'd like to. You don't have to. Don't feel pressured. It's just if you would like to share how you feel about the show and what it's meant to you and the experiences, you can just shoot a quick video and send it our way to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. And MP4s are always the best, but we could take just about anything and work from there. All right, gang. We love you all, and Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. God bless you as well. My hair's getting long, isn't it? See, now you can see it. It's really long. We had it pulled back the other night. Merry Christmas, Jim. Enjoy your free time. Thank you, Mary Bishop. And thanks for all you've done to help the show as well and support it. I really, really appreciate that. And Christine as well. Thank you very much for all that you've done to support the show as well. And everybody, all the lovely viewers who are out there. Again, we'll be doing some pop-up shows as we go along. Check the Facebook page at Jim Masters TV, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Jim Masters TV for the days and times when we do some pop-up shows. Probably going to do one tomorrow quick, and then Christmas Day quick. Got to open up some of those gifts that you guys sent us. I got a big box over here. There's boxes, I've been told, at the post office. So we're going to love that. And Francis says, Merry Christmas to all, and enjoy you as well, Francis. All the blessings to you and your family from myself and all of us at the Jim Master Show Live. And as Tiny Tim said, God bless us all, everyone. And I agree. That's the best way to sum it all up, gang. So a very, very Merry Christmas to you all. We thank Dawn for joining us, and we wish you and yours all the joys and blessings of the holidays and everything good and grand in the new year from myself and all of us at the Jim Masters Show Live. We'd love it also if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't, click that notification bell. If you've subscribed, click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We're going to be doing some extra content this holiday season week on there as well. YouTube at Jim Masters TV. All right, gang. Thank you. God bless us all. Correct. And thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Isigari. Good night, everybody. We toast you. We say thank you very much. A very Merry Christmas. We'll be here doing a couple of pop-up shows every once in a while during the holiday season. Hope to see you there. If not, have a beautiful holiday, and we will see you soon. And once again, we will leave you with a wonderful treat from Aunt Marion.
Jim Masters, or should I say Mr. Loverty, I am so happy to have my debut on your show. And I just thought I prepared a nice little Christmas song for you and your Loverties in Loverty Hall. And I know how you're a fan of a cappella. And since I have perfect pitch, I thought this would be a perfect time to sing one of my favorite holiday songs. So I hope you enjoy it. Here goes. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know, and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas, Mr. Lovity, and all the Lovities. Thanks so much. Bye from Aunt Marion.
Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you on the upcoming pop-up shows. Just wanted to put a smile on your face at the very end there. Jim, you're something else. Thank you. We love that, Aunt Marion, don't we? XO, LOL, LOL. Thank you, Aunt Marion, and Tess as well. Oh, Aunt Marion, I just love you. And Merry Christmas to all, and enjoy. Thanks, everybody. This is your host, Jim Masters, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and all the blessings. May 2021 be the year we've all been hoping. And we'll be back again for some pop-up shows here and there through the holiday season. And this has really been beautiful. Have a holly jolly Christmas, Aunt Marion and Tess. Smiles, Jim. That's what it's all about. Smiles. Smiles. Isigari in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. Merry Christmas, everybody. These are the longest endings on earth, right? We don't say goodbye well here on the Jim Masters Show live because we love to share all this levity with all of you. But Happy New Year, everybody, and Merry Christmas. Look for our pop-up shows on our Facebook page, Jim Masters TV, and also on YouTube. I love you all. This has been really a cool ride on the levity train, and a lot of good things been happening. Good night, Jim Bob, and good night to you as well. Thanks for all the holiday levity this month. You're very welcome, Christine. Thanks for being a part of it as well in so many different ways. We appreciate that. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll see you again soon on our pop-up shows on the Jim Masters Show Live. Merry Christmas.